are live, right on time with a PA announcer, about 10 minutes away here from the national anthem. We're live from Tommy Oliver Stadium. This is Mosley Football Live. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright, and we've got up in the building with us Robert Fleming here for the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show, getting ready for Mosley High, hosting Lincoln High out of Tallahassee for the first round of the FHSAA playoffs here in 5A. Robert, this is a big one, and we're looking for, if I'm not mistaken, the first playoff win here in the era of Coach Tommy Joe Whitten. Am I wrong about that?
I think you're wrong about that.
Because the very first
that's
year.
Right. His
okay,
first
right,
year, they made a big run, and I think they lost in the Final Four to Pine Forest, who played Tampa Jesuit for the championship. But yeah, other than that year, I think yes.
So Buchholz, I know Buchholz. Since we've been calling, we lost to Buchholz, and then we lost to Fleming Island last year.
Correct.
So trying to turn the tables here tonight, set the table for us, Robert, and tell us a little bit about Lincoln, a team that we haven't seen, but we know what they bring to the table. A close victory against Niceville to start the year off, and that's when we were all kind of like eyes open to what's going to happen with Niceville. But hey, they're still here in the playoffs. But set the table for this game, Mosley versus Lincoln.
Yeah, so, Lincoln's a good football program. Look, they're a traditional power, especially in the Panhandle. They're rated number 18 in 5A. Mosley, I believe, is number 8 right now. So they're in the top 20. Mosley's the 3 seed in the region. Lincoln's the 6 seed in the region. I don't think there was the expectation that Mosley was going to be playing Lincoln at this point, but hey, here we are. The coaching staffs know one another really well. Tommy Joe Whitten is a really good friend with the DC at Lincoln High School. Lincoln does a lot of things well. And like you mentioned, they're 6-4, but they're a good football program. Their losses are to Nice, Tim Tebow's alma mater, a 6A program that's in the playoffs this year and typically every year. Their loss at Ware County, a good Georgia team, Trinity Christian, a playoff team, and Godby, a playoff team. But they've won. You mentioned Niceville. They've also won against Madison County, the only team to beat Bay High this year, and they beat Madison County by 2 touchdowns. So Gadsden County they beat as well, who was traditionally, or the last couple of years, been one of the best teams in the state. So this is a team that has a lot of talent. We've talked a lot about Mosley and who they have, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But if you're looking at Lincoln, the first thing you want to look at and where it starts is Taylor Jacobs Jr. His dad was a superstar wide receiver at University of Florida under Spurrier, was a high NFL draft pick. And so he has that bloodline. His brother is a big wide receiver for Lincoln, Trevor Jacobs, number 14. Taylor Jacobs is number 1 at quarterback.
That's a deadly combo. They used to keep my brother and I from playing on the same team, even in Sandlot football, so this feels illegal. No.
That's right. They get extra work together.
Absolutely. No, I love it.
Yeah, so Trevor Jacobs already has Maryland and App State offers, good programs, and he's a junior. His brother's a senior, and he's committed to South Alabama, a good program, 19 TDs, 4 interceptions. I have another wide receiver, number 9, Malik Denmark, who has offers from FAM and Southern Miss. So, look, on offense, they have a lot of talent, especially on the outside. So that's going to be, to me, the big challenge for Mosley's defense is how far have they come since the beginning of the year when they had some dual threat quarterbacks that gave them trouble. Now, Zay Morgan at Bay High played absolutely out of his mind. Great game. So I don't necessarily expect Taylor Jacobs to do something like that. But for me, the Mosley defense has got to be putting pressure on Jacobs. Keep him in the pocket. Don't let him extend the play by escaping pressure, which then puts pressure on the secondary, because the secondary, then the wide receivers are just kind of responding to the quarterback and buying time. So put pressure on them, keep them contained, and then if you're the secondary, don't let anybody get behind you. Don't give up the big play. We averted disaster last week when a wide receiver for Florida High got a couple of steps on Christian Brown. Fortunately, he dropped it. You don't want to try to rely on luck or something like that again. So
absolutely.
We talked a little bit about what's going on on the field. Let's talk about what's going on in the players' hearts, because there's got to be a lot of emotion. You played football collegiately. You played high school. You played a lot of competitive football. This is playoff football. Every mistake could be your last. What is that like as a player?
You know, I think that leading up to the game, you know, you're thinking about those things. And even whenever you're out there and you're, as a captain, you're listening to the Pledge of Allegiance, you're shaking hands, you're walking out of the locker room, you're thinking about all of those things. Once you get that first hit, once you start making contact with the other team, you kind of forget about those things, and it's just another ball game. Now it's going to really hit you at the end if that's the end. Hopefully it isn't the end tonight for Mosley, but yeah, leading up to the game, you're thinking about all those things, Kyle, and it's a great question, great point. Once you get out there on the field, crowds cheering, the band's going, you know, coaches are yelling, you're thinking about your keys out there and what you're supposed to do, whether you're an offensive or defensive player, and I think all of those things go out the window, and you're just back to locked in playing football.
Business as usual.
That's right.
I would say.
That's right.
We talked a little bit about it there. This defense for Lincoln is almost a photocopy of what Mosley's defense has been at times this year, where their secondary has struggled a little bit against the quarterback that can kind of, you know, make some plays on his feet and get rid of the football. So missing Adam Land obviously has not been too big of a thing on the box score, but it has been very noticeable outside of the box score. Who are some guys that need to step up tonight?
So I think my biggest concern with Adam Land being out is in the run game, and I think you know, Lincoln is not your typical Lincoln to me on the front seven. So they're not giants on the defensive line, and so I think there's an opportunity here, and I would be surprised if we don't see a lot of Sammy Chisholm early on. And so a big thing for me as far as Adam being out is his ability to block, set the edge, really run his feet, and reestablish the line of scrimmage 2-3 yards down the field. It's going to be a combination. So you're going to have guys like Caleb Capps, number 24, who caught a big pass over the middle in the second half against Florida High. But you're also going to see there were a couple of times last against Florida High where Mosley went with six.
It almost feels like last season.
Yeah, it
right
does.
Now.
It does. But Mosley went with 6 offensive linemen, and Jace Jernigan was playing like a tight end type position. So you might see some of that too in heavy run situations where they put in an extra offensive lineman, try to slip them in there with the other team not noticing, and take account for, you know, missing Adam Land by putting in another big body. So, but a big part of it's going to be Caleb Capps, and Carson Griffin, to his credit, as being a great teammate. He's been in kind of a tight end position and doing really good blocking especially for such a good receiver that typically receivers have the reputation of not wanting to stick their nose in it. But he's been working hard on the blocking end as well.
Well, and sometimes they go in that wild dolphin and they bring in Sticks, number 11. How's that from your perspective, watching Wyatt get in on the offensive side of the ball?
You know, whenever he was in middle school, he was a running back and played linebacker on the defensive side. So he's accustomed to running the ball. And actually, he ran the ball against Lincoln whenever they played 3 years ago in the spring game, I believe. So it was a long time ago. So I think he enjoys it. You know, I think he's basically in there as an extra lineman or a tight end blocking. But, I think he's effective in doing that. It kind of telegraphs a little bit what we're planning on doing as far as running the ball. To some extent, I haven't seen us deviate from running the ball in that formation.
We're waiting until the time is right, Coach.
That's right. But I like watching him out. It's just anytime he's out there, I enjoy watching him play. So, yeah, it's great.
As do we up here. 100 tackles on the season, which second leading tackler, I believe, is Kane Colbert at like 54. So almost doubling up right there. It's been a pleasure as we're getting ready for the national anthem here. For the Mosley defense, with them not having as much of a running game from the running back, what is the goal to slow down the one-angled attack of Taylor Jacobs Jr.?
Yeah, and their running back is not a bad running back.
Just
Darius
from
Huggins.
the box score. Not mean anything disrespectful.
No. And I didn't take it as that. I'm saying they will run the ball. So, and do we need to stop for just a second?
Yep, national anthem time, y'all.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Unity, and let's go!
All right, Cade
He's ready to go.
Down there on the sideline. That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem there by the Sound of the Southland, the band for Mosley High. As we're getting ready for some playoff football here, we did have to kind of cut off on that last question, but I don't exactly remember where we left off. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were talking about the
Leave
run.
it to a lawyer.
Kinda-
To always know where we're supposed to go.
So we were talking about kind of the one-dimensional offense of Lincoln, and they do have a little bit of a run game, not nearly as much as Mosley running the ball, but I think what they have to do, it's a big game for Cole Archambault and Will Arboleta, because Cole Archambault, they both have, I think, 11 and 10 sacks, have had great years.
Yeah, double-digit sacks, TFLs all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and I remember watching Cole Archambault last year against Niceville some and against Fleming Island and hearing the coaches say this, he's going to be a good one. He has exceeded my expectations. He's played so well and coming up in some big moments, like in overtime against Niceville, the first time Niceville had the ball, in overtime he gets a big sack. There needs to be a lot of that tonight where they make Taylor Jacobs not like playing football, where they're getting back there, making him uncomfortable, because we don't want him to have a lot of time sitting back there and have time to pick apart our secondary with the wide receiver weapons that he has at his disposal. And he's a lefty. He throws an accurate, pretty ball. So that's, to me, the biggest thing on defense is stop the run game. Don't let them run the ball and keep our defense out there on the field. Make them one-dimensional so then the defensive line can pin their ears back and get after the quarterback.
Real quick question, Kyle. When a quarterback is left-handed, how much of your defense changes there in your preparation leading up to that? I've never really thought about that, I don't think, because there's like, what, 2 in the league?
I don't think it really changes much of anything. They still have things that you see on film, their tendencies, and you're going to try to play to those tendencies regardless of the way that he throws them.
So I know there's probably still more to be said about what's going to happen here tonight, but I want to look at the bigger picture outside of here, Bay County football as a whole. We got Bay hosting Godby tomorrow night. Arnold, much to the surprise of everybody, by the way, is traveling to St. Augustine tomorrow to play some football. How do you like their chances in these playoffs?
Oh, don't forget about Bozeman now.
Oh, and Bozeman,
we got Bozeman plus down up the road. Poor St. Joe over there. Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Bozeman counts. Come on
Bozeman
now.
does count. Bozeman does count.
Yeah, I think Bay, I feel the most comfortable about them winning this week. And that's not to say I think Mosley's going to win tonight, but I think it's going to be 1 to 2 touchdowns. I think Bay, I've watched Godby film. They have a really good quarterback. They have a great wide receiver. They have talent. But I think Bay has more talent. And so I would be surprised if Bay doesn't win that ball game. I'd be really surprised. Mosley, I think, is going to win tonight, but I think it's going to be a challenge. Certainly, I think Bozeman playing Pensacola Catholic. And
tough draw.
Yeah, absolutely. And an even tougher draw, Arnold on at St. Augustine. So do those teams have chances, Arnold and Bozeman? Yes. Is it a high chance? No, just because I think those teams that they're playing against are so good. St. Augustine is one of the best teams in the state. I think you're with Arnold, their passer, Will Cotter, tough guy, good quarterback, but he's also their leading rusher. For Arnold to succeed and be able to drive the ball against St. Augustine, that's asking a lot for one guy to produce in the way that Will Cotter will have to produce. He'll have to play the game of his life, and that's not to say he can't do that. And he's got talent around him. Elder and a couple of big wide receivers, Parsons, and I think McClellan is the other name. And they have good defense. They've played Charlie Cotter. Those guys,
Mr. Viral, Charlie Cotter.
Yeah, I mean, they've played well on defense this year as a general matter. They have Coach Griffin back, so they have a chance. But I think it's just going to be really tough against a really talented St. Augustine. And the same thing with Bozeman. Pensacola Catholic has a lot of big wins. Both of those teams play tough schedules. They've been there, done that. I don't think Bozeman has the team speed to stay probably with the Pensacola Catholic. But again, wish all of those teams the best of luck. Hope that they succeed. Hope they shock the world. But I think it would be a shock.
Absolutely, and we are rooting for those hometown teams as always. Again, those games will be 6:30 tomorrow night, the road games for Arnold heading to St. Augustine. And, well, no, Bozeman will be 7:30 because it's over here in
Correct,
Pensacola.
it's in Pensacola, that's
So, and then Bay right here tomorrow night, 7:30. And we still got room for you. The visiting side over there looks plenteous, so come over here and hang out with us tonight at Tommy Oliver for some good playoff football. One other question. Can we get back to the game? Did you have anything else?
Get in there.
No doubt, no doubt. I just wanted to make sure. Last week, J.P. Holstenbach channeled his inner Sammy Freitas on a run down there on that far sideline, and it felt like Florida High almost gained a lot of momentum from the big hit out of bounds, not out of bounds, but the big hit on the quarterback. But it also felt like a lot of momentum was gained for the Mosley sideline as well. What'd you think of that run there from J.P. and just his season as a junior quarterback here?
Well, I mean, so his season as a junior quarterback is nothing short of phenomenal. I mean, he has had one of the best seasons for any quarterback in the history of Bay County, and it's not been like a growing pains type situation. He from day one has looked like quarterback one and unflappable. And so, that's been not surprising to those of us that know JP, but it's been an incredible story for him. As far as that run, I think it inspired Mosley because they saw, hey, their quarterback, their leader is giving up his body for a first down. And if you recall, he hit a touchdown within about 2 or 3 plays, a touchdown pass after that run. And, and I don't know if you saw it, but JP, after he hit that pass for a touchdown, he looked over at the Florida High sideline and started walking over to them and staring at them. So,
that's my dog.
That's, telling them, hey, you didn't faze me. And so that right there is also, it's on the huddle tape too. So it's awesome. But that's the kind of quarterback. He's a leader. His team loves him. I mean, I think it speaks volumes that he had never started a game for Mosley varsity football, and he was elected a captain in the preseason for Mosley football, one of 4 captains. So, you don't have enough superlatives to talk about the kind of season he's had, and I think it was inspiring for his teammates and his coaches that he gave up his body on that run to get a first down, and a big, huge moment for Mosley football.
Kyle, any final questions here?
No, I'm ready to play some ball.
We've
I
got
the
about
jitters.
2 minutes here.
I'm ready.
I know, man. The nerves are high. Could you imagine being the guys out there between the sidelines who actions actually matter tonight as we see Coach Tommy Joe Whitten there on the 30-yard line. Lots of guys banged up for Mosley. Obviously, the biggest one, Adam Lamb. But we also heard about Jack Homan. He's been out for a little while now. I didn't even know that he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys on crutches out here.
And he was playing great, Jack Homan. He was in the rotation with Cole Archambault. That was a huge loss.
We've got an all-county team on crutches out there.
And James McMillan was the starting left guard, number 52, and I loved how he came off the ball. Not the biggest offensive lineman, but came off the ball flat back, ran his feet. So, look, but the great thing about Mosley football is it's in a state now where it's next man up. It's not that you don't miss those guys. I wish those guys were dressed out in a big way, but, we have guys that are trying to step up and fill those voids.
Well, Robert, we'll let you get to your seat. That is going to do it for the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame. As the Dolphins have just taken the field, we're going to get reset up here for this ball game. You're listening to Mosley Football Live here on YouTube. All right, we'll be thanking our sponsors all night. This could be the last game, but we're hoping that is not. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Here in the golfwithj.com first quarter. Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, thank you guys for making all of this possible. As the kicker for the Lincoln Trojans has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Lincoln with those gold helmets, white jerseys. green numbers, it looks like, and black pants with a gold stripe. Might be a black number there. Mosley with a awesome uniform combo tonight, as they have the white hats with Mosley in script and green lettering across the helmet. I believe it's outlined in orange-green jerseys with white numbers, white pants with orange and green stripage on the sides there. Kyle, this is a big one. What are the keys to the game for the Mosley offense who received the initial kickoff?
David Hayes with the alley-oop, by the way, and you didn't even know you were doing this. But the keys, first of all, shout out to Cam Keys watching in the comments over on YouTube, dropping a comment. Obviously, a Mosley Dolphin great. So shout out to Cam. Shout out to the Missouri Tigers.
Yeah, shout out to Mizzou. Shout out to his former playing partner, IP3, who just, I don't know what number he's wearing at Kennesaw State, but just had an interception last week. So, yeah, man, love watching you guys continuing on your careers. It's been a blessing to have this opportunity to call you guys along the way, and we're so stinking proud of you. As JP Holstenbeck, I'm sorry we didn't get to the keys.
Oh, you're good. I had to shout out Cam, though.
No doubt. We're going to motion all three from the far side to the near side. Sammy Chisholm's going to be in the backfield. They're going to bounce it out. They toss it to him. He goes down after a nice 4-yard pickup to get to the 24-yard line, making it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's your key right there. If Sammy Chisholm can be effective in the run game, that's how the Mosley Dolphins can get this done tonight. We've seen Lincoln's secondary very similar to Mosley this season. They've struggled one-on-one, and if they have to start stacking that box to respect Sammy Chisholm too much, I mean, we're going to get some great matchups on the outside.
JP Holstenbeck right now is under center. We don't see that very often in high school football. Sammy's going to take it on the give up the gut, and he'll pick up 2-3 yards there. A positive gain, making 3rd and short. Up-tempo offense. We won't give Kyle a time to make a call right here. Holden Henson on the outside. They got trips over there. They're going to sling it out to Holden. Holden's got to get near the 30, and now coach has got a decision. It looks like it's going to be 4th and short. What do you do this early in the game?
I think they might be moving the chains. I think
First down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's. Shout out to Victoria Avery and Boston Tim. No, I'm sorry, Victoria Vermette, as they are now married on their honeymoon. But Mr. Eddie's still open for business. Go check them out up there off Lisenby Avenue near 390, and they have a location beachside near the Conservation Park across 79. JP Holstenbeck's got his running back, Sammy, to the right of him. Now a man in motion. That's going to be Holden. They're going to sling it out. Oh, he is bamboozled. That's Carson Griffin, who's had an amazing season. He's going to take a loss of 2 there.
Yeah, I mean, missed blocking assignment on the outside right there. Man running free and a screen pass, never going to be good for the receiver. Glad Carson Griffin was able to hold on to that ball.
10:24 left to go in the golfwithj.com first quarter. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for riding along with us this year, making all of this possible. Panama City Moose Lodge, 1389 Reliant South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, and Whitehead Plumbing going along with all of that. Another trips formation of the wide receivers bunched up here on the near side of the field. Sammy Chisholm to the left of his quarterback, JP Holstenbeck. Looks like pressure coming from the far side. And they're going to sling it on the slant route to Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin gets them back to a nice 3rd down decision. Well, not a decision, but a 3rd and short here.
That's one of my favorite plays that this team runs. Little play action, almost RPO style. Quick slant over the middle. Carson Griffin. I mean, that's almost automatic.
Little breaking news out of Major League Baseball. Yep. Aaron Judge beating Cal Raleigh to win his 2nd straight AL MVP and 3rd overall. So it was basically just last year, take those same award winners and let's redo it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, 3rd and short, 9:15 on the game clock. Under center is JP Holstenbeck. Carson Griffin in motion. They're going to throw it out to him. He's got some room in front of him. He'll pick up enough for the first depending on the spot, and he's got it. It's another Mr. Eddie's first down, but a big hit there.
It was a bite me custom treats penalty on the play, and I'm wondering if it was a free play, and it was not.
Gonna be an illegal procedure of some sort. I would imagine it would be on Carson Griffin's motion.
All right, this is where we make the money right here. Big 3rd down.
Big 3rd down, so that backs them up. And now it makes it about a 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and 8 with 9:03 left to play here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
You go from thinking about maybe 4-down territory in a wide open playbook to now you're kind of limited in what you could do here.
Pressure showing from the Trojans defense. 5 wide for the Mosley offense. JP grabs the snap. He's going to find Holden Henson. He's across the 40 for a Mr. Eddie's first down.
Knows the pressure's coming, doesn't know where it's going to be coming from. They show 6 different blitzers. They send 4. The offensive line and JP are ready for it. Great pass, great play.
Tempo, they've already got the play snapped. Henson on the screen. He's going to get across the 40, picking up a couple before being forced down to make it 2nd and 8 or 9 here.
Heavy dose of Double H here early on. Gonna need to see that. Different guys stepping up.
Absolutely. Good to see Fletcher Taylor back in the game. He's wearing number 0 tonight. Jamarcus Halstead at the top of your screen wearing number 1. Also having a great season as a receiver. Carson Griffin at the bottom. He's going to come back.
Oh,
he's going to throw it. J.P. Olsen back right into the hands of number 11, Jalen Parrish. Just a little miscommunication there between Carson Griffin and J.P. Olsenback.
Yeah, just kind of a telegraphed play that they've already run once or twice on this drive, and throws it right into the chest of number 11. It's just one of those things.
It's a little bit of a weird screen as well because Carson Griffin kind of attacks like he's about to run like an up and out type deal and then just comes right back down into the bevy of offensive blockers for the screen, and didn't work out as they planned. Here comes the Mosley defense, and as we talked about in the pregame, Taylor Jacobs Jr., the Trojans quarterback, he's going to pump fake. He's throwing to the top, and Carson Griffin had an opportunity, makes the readjustment, but it falls out of his hands, but almost made up for, well, I don't know who to put that previous mistake on without knowing exactly where Carson Griffin's supposed to be, but J.P. Olsenback did throw it. Again, had a great season, only his 5th interception on the year, but that was right into the hands of number 11, Jalen Parrish.
Right there, just not a smart throw into double coverage.
Taylor Jacobs is going to throw it. Oh, but Will
pressure's
Arboleda is all over him, and he's going to be taken down by Demetrius Gillis in the backfield. What a sack-a-lacka.
Yeah, that's going to, I mean, Demetrius Gillis ends up getting the credit for the sack, but Will Arboleda forces him out of the pocket.
Down.
And when you get forced a lefty to go against their body, that is, I mean.
You know that all too well, don't you, as a
man.
Miami Dolphins fan who had a fantastic Sunday this last Sunday.
Actually had a bad Sunday because the Dolphins need a better draft pick, so now they'll start winning now.
Try to be a Titans fan, bro. It's like we're just shooting for number 1s here. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. 3rd and 13. Taylor Jacobs rolls to his left. He's going to throw it. He's got no one. That ball falls to the ground, bringing up 4th down. Now, kind of a decision, though. You're in no man's land here in high school football.
I think if you don't take that sack on the 2nd down,
you go for it.
You go for it, but losing a couple yards there, you don't want to give Mosley's offense, which was very, very lethal at times. You don't want to give them better field position than they need.
Lincoln came out and attacked what is considered to be the weakness of the Mosley defense.
Absolutely.
And the Mosley defense, after a turnover, stood strong. Here comes the punt. Punter at his own, or at the midfield at 50-yard line. Nice punt. It's got that end-over-end bounce. It is going to be down at the 1. It don't get better than that. What a punt.
That is a beautiful, beautiful punt. Great job by the guys downfield to be there to get it. Now, that's why you punt right there. That's going to be that's tough field position for this team.
99 yards, man. What a punt. Dermatology Associate Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and, of course, Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming. Thank you guys for making all of this possible. Throughout the game, we'll be telling you about PCB Hobby, our title sponsor, Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, Beach House Sales and Development, Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care, Bay County, GolfWithJay.com, Price & Sons Fencing, and KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Mosley coming up for their 2nd drive of the game, and they're going to be, I think they have it down at about the 2-yard line, 2.5-yard line. Felt a little closer to the end zone than that, but 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen and Sammy Chisholm.
We saw last week, 2 weeks ago when we were up here in this booth, Mosley had to go a long way in that Florida High game.
Yeah.
It was a big drive.
1st and 10. 6:56 left to play in the golfwithj.com first quarter. Give to Sammy Chisholm, and the Red Sea parts, and he's able to pick up a first down. Brought to you by Mr. Eddie's.
So I got a little challenge tonight that I got to incorporate some certain things into this broadcast as we go. So right there, a little corkscrew action, Phillips head from Sammy Chisholm right up the middle.
Sammy Chisholm's got some room, but then that closes immediately, and he'll pick up a yard. Positive game, but bringing up 2nd and 9 as we inch towards the 6.5-minute mark here in the golfwithj.com first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you go no huddle sometimes. It's great. Sometimes it could be detrimental. We've seen it kind of go 50-50 for Mosley this year. They've had some really big plays in that no huddle offense. They've had some disasters. That one, luckily for Lincoln, not a big play. Luckily for Mosley, not a disaster. Just kind of a nothing burger.
2nd down. About 9 to go. Sammy Chisholm looks to be to the right. Yep, Sammy Chisholm to the right of J.P. Holstenbach. Now Carson Griffin's in motion. They're going to fake the give to Carson, gives it to Sammy, and again, he's right up the middle, and he keeps on chug-a-lugging, and he'll pick up another Mr. Eddie's first down.
Sammy Chisholm, I mean, we've talked about this time and time again this season. They have him listed at like 5'8", 5'9", but he runs like he's 6'1". The dude's just, he's a hoss. He runs low to the ground. You don't want to get in front of him, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And he does, like you're mentioning, his finesse, but also his ability to layeth the smacketh down.
Absolutely.
Pistol formation here for the Mosley Dolphins. Carson Griffin out wide at the bottom of your screen. They're going to run it out wide to the top of your screen, and he'll find the perimeter, tries to stay in bounds, but will be marked out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
Second play in a row, he's kind of leveled somebody with them shoulders. That time tried to step back in bounds, and I guess like you said, just a little toe tap out of bounds. Get the momentum rolling here. I mean, you got to go a long, long way.
And number 8 coming off the field for Mosley.
I think that is Cole Archambault as we were
Did he change his number?
That's what Robert Fleming just texted us at.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that is Sean Williams' number, and not anymore, as they're going to sling it out to Carson Griffin, who's on the screen. He cuts back up towards midfield. He'll get across the 30-yard line, making it about 3rd and 3.
Carson Griffin is just, he's been a magician at times this season.
About 3rd and 1 here.
Here comes Sticks, number 11. Talked about it in the pregame show, Dave.
Yes, we did, and it's not a wild Dolphin, so they do kind of deviate here a little bit as JP is going to be under center. Wyatt Fleming in the fullback position. Sammy Chisholm.
Could this ball go to Wyatt?
Not necessarily I formation, more of like a strong formation here. And they're going to run it right behind Sticks, and they're going to have enough to pick up what?
First down.
Brought to you by who?
Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
Why? Because they wanted to. I just felt like asking questions. If I asked 21 questions, you know.
It's been tough to track some of the sponsors because here at home, they've been different than on the road. And then it's.
I got the email last night. Just do what you want. All right, say less.
Heck yeah, have fun. You don't want that. I'd be careful how you deliver that to us.
Split wideouts here for the Mosley Dolphins. It's going to be a give to Will Arboleta, who's got a blocker in front of him. He'll get into Trojan territory across the 45 for another Mosley first down.
Will Arboleta makes a big play just minutes ago on defense. He comes in the game, gets his first carry of the game, and, man, that young man is just phenomenal.
What a carry by him. He just looks like an old-school football player, man.
He does. You know, sometimes
he needs a neck roll. Will Arboleta needs a neck roll.
When you use that terminology, it sounds so cliche, but that dude is a football player by the book.
He stays in the game. He's to the right of J.P. Holstenbach. The white hat is waving his hand, and 32 is going to have to come out. Probably an equipment malfunction. Maybe didn't have the mouthpiece in.
Seen that a lot this year. Well, more than usual, I think.
Player safety, baby. Player safety. Carson Griffin in motion, and they give it to Will again. Will's on the outside to the 30, the 25, runs a man over. Oh, he took a smack. He took a smack, but he's into the red area there. Will Arboleta on another big carry and a Mr. Eddie's first down.
Will Arboleta's a big guy, all right? I just want to give a shout out. That is a sophomore, number 19 on the defense, Zion Maynor, that just absolutely leveled Will Arboleta going out of bounds there. But the big play came from number 7's legs.
There we go. Underneath 4 to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Hoping for more of those, Jay. We're hoping for more of those. Sammy Chisholm checks back in. He's to the left of JP. JP hands it off to him niftily, and finessing his way to the 15 is Sammy Chisholm.
Just keep the ball moving forward, right? Forward progress. That's what we're here for. Big game here tomorrow night, 24 hours away from kickoff. Bay and Godby. Are you going to be here tomorrow night?
I'm going to be here, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm coming to that game right after work.
Well.
Yeah,
we'll
and it doesn't start till 7:30.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's your bottom dollar. I'm going to be somewhere, probably just walking around the track. Do they still let you do that?
I don't know. I haven't even bought a ticket yet. I forgot they got to do that when we're not in green and orange.
2 out wide for the Mosley Dolphins at the top of your screen. JP is under center. Now Holden is in motion. They fake kind of the toss to him, give it to Sammy, and a Bite Me custom treats yellow flag flies. You know, I don't remember any pink flags flying this year.
No, not a whole lot. No.
Which normally they do in the month of October as we await the call here. I know that their bean bags for turnovers have been pink some.
Well, I'm glad because these things are bright yellow, and you and I struggle with them sometimes. So pink would have been even tougher.
The neon pinks are pretty easy to see.
That's true.
On the offense.
Wow.
Ooh, that's going to back them up significantly and make this second down further back and a little bit more interesting as well.
Get some shout-outs in the comments here. David Kozlowski, always good to see him. David Lee, the old equipment manager for Mosley Football.
What's up, David Lee?
Oh, Bo Green giving us a shout. I got to always show some love to Bo because he's always showing love to us.
It's always a double that he posted on Facebook the other day. Good shot, bro.
He's got a stick on him, man.
Does.
I'm telling you. And, of course, old Donnie Owens.
Donnie O.
Donnie. Got to shout out Donnie.
I think Donnie can root for Mosley tonight, right?
Oh, he took we're not going to collect stuff.
All right, got a diamond formation to the top. JP Olsenbeck drops, then he's going to scramble. He's to the 20. He's going to go out of bounds near the 16-yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd and about 10 here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
JP. They bring me a walkie-talkie this time, and I doubt they'll even get the reference, but old number 9er. Doing something that he doesn't traditionally do, getting his feet rolling.
1-9, breaker, 1-9.
That's an old Tommy Boy reference if anybody out there has seen that movie.
There you go.
Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Chris Farley, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
David
sir.
Spade.
Yeah, David Spade.
R.I.P. Chris Farley.
No doubt about that.
All right, big third down right here, Dave. Third and pretty long.
3rd and 9.
Probably 4-down territory. You know, you do trust the athlete's foot, but this is playoff football.
Now, hold on. We've got a conversation with the white hat here. He's making Fletcher Taylor come out of the game. Caleb Capps is going to come in to replace him. Carson Griffin barks the play at him. I think it's because of what maybe they had. I really don't know what the situation was right there unless it was another player safety issue.
He is
Carson Griffin is in the backfield, if you'll notice that, and they're going to throw it to him on a wheel route. It's going to be too high. No flags fly. 4th down upcoming. It's 4th and 9. It's from the 16. You add the 17 yards to that. That's a 33-yard field goal, and here comes Talon Moore to attempt a 33-yard field goal, basically an NFL extra point here. A little bit longer than an NFL extra point from the near hash mark, which makes it a little bit more difficult because those hash marks are pretty far and wide apart here.
Absolutely.
As he makes his steps off.
This is tough. Tough ask of a young man.
2:33 left to play. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up. It's on its way.
That's no good.
Kyle, it's no good. Oh, it felt good from here for a second. It was taking a long time to get there, but that will fall no good, and we still have a 0-0 ball game. 2:26 remains in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. We'll give them a second to load up. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. First and 10, 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. They are going to give it to the running back straight up the middle, and he'll pick up a yard or 2 at most.
This Mosley defense being asked a lot early. They did just get a lengthy break, though, after a nice 3 and out. If you're Lincoln, you got to feel kind of good about that drive, huh?
Yeah, I think to have the bend, don't break mentality and then to walk away with 0 points given up instead of 3 is pretty huge. As Taylor Jacobs is going to look. Oh, it's picked up by Christian Brown. CB3 into the end zone for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown.
We saw it a few minutes ago with J.P. Holzenbach stared down his man, threw it right into the chest of number 11, Jalen Parrish. Well, this time, Taylor Jacobs Jr. returns the favor, throws it right to Christian Brown, who does the rest with his feet. An incredible play. Great blocking by the rest of the defense, and he does the rest. Awesome. What a play.
What a turn of events, and those are the plays right there that change the momentum. You don't even put your offense back onto the field. You hand them 6 points, possibly 7, pending the athlete's foot. Extra point attempt here, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. We've got a 7-0 ball game after the Christian Brown interception, pick 6. Let's go, and now your defense has got some momentum. Now your sideline has got even more momentum. They have been hyped this game.
Absolutely, and I mean, we were talking about how good the Lincoln defense must feel. You know, this Mosley defense has got some energy right now. I mean, this is a quarterback that has been pretty phenomenal this season, and took a kind of a mental sack on the first possession, threw a pretty bad pick there. Now, here's the bad news for Mosley. It's only a 7-point game right now.
It's only a 7-point game.
You got to come out here and you got to play like it's nothing. You got to keep your foot on their throat.
Sound of the Southland blaring over there, and it is a beautiful sound. As Talon Moore and the Mosley Dolphins kick unit comes out. They've got the ball teed up at the 40-yard line right there, smack dab in the middle of the field. 1:48 shows on the game clock here in the golfwithj.com first quarter. 7-0, the Mosley Dolphins leading the Lincoln Trojans. Also, I do think Weewa's in action tonight for the FIT. I'm not entirely sure. I know I saw that on Max Prep, so
nice.
They're taking on Central tonight, as that ball is going to be a little shallow, end over end, taken from the 10 to the far side of the field. Some room opens up. He'll be forced out of bounds after getting across the 25-yard line to about the 27.
Got a flag at the 25.
Bite Me Custom Treats. Make sure to go check out their website or their Facebook. BiteMeCustomTreats.com is their website, and Facebook. You can find Carla and Adam Goff.
Yes.
Bite Me Custom Treats.
I'm trying to lose weight.
Best of Bay, might I add. Best of Bay.
Absolutely.
Bite Me Custom Treats.
They deserve that, and I'll tell you what, man. Hey, you know, I'm a thick boy, and so I can give you the glowing recommendation. I got to stay away from them.
No doubt about that.
Although it is the
He'll give you
holiday
the Northern Lights recommendation.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Tyler Spalding for going around there and chasing that. So we didn't have to chase it. We could just see the beautiful images from our phone.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Type
Here we
that
go.
in with your safe search off.
3 wide receivers in trips formation at the top of your screen. They're going to sling it on the screen, and he'll pick up maybe a yard, and that'll bring up second down here as we near the end of the golfwithj.com first quarter. Mosley leading 7-0.
Feels like a get your quarterback some confidence type of play right there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Get the ball out quick, get it into one of your playmakers' hands. I believe that was his brother.
He's almost got a little Michael Penix style to him, but I would say from what we know of him, a little bit more mobile. Not that Penix isn't, but a little bit more mobile. And we have another conversation here with a referee and a player. He's going to move from right tackle to off the field. Someone else comes in. That's the 3rd or 4th player we've seen removed from the game.
Interesting.
I guess my thought, without being zoomed in, would be keep those mouthpieces in, players. Jacobs drops back. He's got time. He's over the middle, and he is boomed by the safety, Carson Griffin, but not before he picks up a Mr. Eddie's first down.
That's Will Tanwy making the catch over the middle, or Tawney, excuse me.
Yeah, the tight end there.
6'2", 200 pounds. Carson Griffin hits him, but he holds on to the ball. That's good discipline, and that was a strike, by the way.
It was. Great pitch and catch there by the Lincoln Trojans offense. 1st and 10. Doesn't look like pressure showing from Mosley. They are going to keep it with the quarterback. Carson Griffin in pursuit. He comes back up the field, and the Dolphins are all over him like a pod.
I like. Well, we got some spam happening here in the comments. NFL game.
Hey, wow.
You can go watch.
You can go click that link to go watch the game without commentary.
There you go, folks. There you go. NFL game
or
streaming.
Get scammed
on NFL Brazil.
Hey, man, I didn't know Brazil cared so much about high school football, but we are thankful for it. 2nd and about 12 here. 4 wide and a running back in the backfield. Man in motion. I believe that is Tawney. And they're going to hand it right up the middle. A hole opens up. Carson Griffin tries to get him. Talon Moore's going to bring him down shy of the 50-yard line. That is another Mr. Eddie's first down.
We talked about it. They don't do it very often, but they have the ability to do it. It looks like Mosley's going to sell out tonight to make sure that Taylor Jacobs isn't the one to beat him. And it's going to be a big game for Tadarius Huggins, the running back.
Tempo. But then they stop to look over at the sidelines, finding out what the coach wants them to do. It's 1st and 10, 7-0, Mosley leads. It's going to be a screen out here to the near side of the field.
That's a good block.
And Talon Moore sheds that good block to push him out of bounds at the 44-yard line in Dolphins territory.
I mean, that was an excellent block there by number 14, the brother of the quarterback, Trevor Jacobs. We've learned has some Division I offers. I believe Maryland was on the table. Big Ten.
Yeah, if he keeps on heading that way, he might even be playing on Sundays.
Maybe so.
I was trying to segue you to your.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to give that one a minute. I feel like I've got a good one for that one.
All right, 2nd and short. But we've got to Bite Me custom treats. That's going to back him up.
Speaking of being backed up, Dave, I tried to go get the Lord's chicken today.
Drive-through?
Drive-through was packed. But I ended up sticking it through. Got me a couple Sammys.
What do you like to put on those Sammys?
A little mayonnaise, a little ketchup, some Chick-fil-A sauce.
Ooh, that's saucy right there, like Gardner on a jet to Indianapolis, baby.
Mm-hmm. Get saucy.
All right, got a whistle. It is 2nd down from the 49. Now a conversation between the head referee and another official. Maybe
while they're sorting this out, we talk about the weather shift this season. What is tonight is like one of those nights where it's like, okay, well, it's too hot to have a hoodie on. It's a little bit too chilly.
Like summer and fall are arguing.
Like my arms are cold and then my ears are on fire with the headset on. It's weird.
3 wide receivers at the top of your screen here for this 2nd down. Taylor Jacobs Jr. directing traffic. He's going to throw it on one quick step. It's up in the air. It's floating, and it will fall incomplete as there was 2 Mosley defenders over there on that side of the ball.
I'll tell you what, that ball was a little off target, but I got to say, that was a beautiful-looking ball.
Yeah, it was. It was a good throw. That takes us to the end of the golfwithjay.com. First quarter, Mosley leads 7-0. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Welcome back to Tommy Oliver, David Hayes, and Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Playoff football. Mosley leads 7-0. Big third down play here from the Dolphins 49. The Trojans have 2 wide receivers out here at the bottom of your screen, man in motion from the right to the left. Taylor Jacobs is going to backtrack, throw across his body, and the Dolphins defense snuffs it out. The Dolphins snuffs it out.
I will say that's an excellent play call because I think you kind of go into that knowing this is probably 4-down territory unless you take a sack.
I have no idea what down it is now. I think it's 4th down.
I believe it. I
the
thought it was
down
gonna
marker
be.
said, okay,
it
is 4th down.
I was tripping out a little. Well, I'm like, okay,
We're
well,
going
never mind.
backwards. We're going backwards. 2
Here we
wide
go.
receivers at the top of your screen.
It is
Run
4th down, by the way, just to avoid any confusion.
4th and about 3
Boy, this is huge right here.
from the Dolphins 45.
I think I bring the house, Dave.
Tadarius Huggins, the running back, to the right of the left-handed quarterback. They fake the give to him, and whistles Blair. We've got a Lincoln Trojans timeout. And with that, we will take a quick timeout ourselves. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby. We're back here after the Lincoln Trojan timeout. Mosley leading 7-0 here in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter. 4th and 3 from the 45. Heavy formation from the Lincoln Trojans. Looks like they might be trying to draw the Dolphins offside, maybe try a little quarterback pooch punt, but they are in a heavy formation. They're going to go straight up the gut with a quarterback draw.
Yes,
he won't get there. Turnover on downs. The Dolphins stands tall.
I love that from this defense. Discipline, discipline.
That is what you need at this time of the year. The momentum still continues to feel like it's building in your favor. You've got the 7-0 lead and now a short field to work with.
Yep.
Let's make it one of those meticulous and tedious drives. What do they call it? Methodical.
Methodical. I love it. I love it. Great stand right there by the defense. I mean, that is just disciplined football, Dave. You can't say anything else about it.
You really can't, man. Price and Sons Fencing, they don't just build fences. They also build defenses to keep them critters out your backyard, all that kind of good, and people who aren't not be in your backyard.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk about that in the old red letters right there.
What we got here? A little offsides on the offense.
Yeah. That'll happen from time to time. You just don't see it a whole lot.
Offsides. Offense.
Yes.
So that's a Bite Me Custom Treats negation of 5
Put the
yards
news
on the offensive offsides right there, Kyle.
Couple of band shout-outs we got to give real quick.
Yeah,
I think
for
we
sure.
had Emma Wright in the Mosley Band,
In the Mosley Bland.
who plays the
there you go.
clarinet. Her Aunt Jill is proud of her. And Kyle Evans shouting out Logan Evans in the band. We will get you the band at halftime.
Hey, there we go. Hey, we got a wide open man
my
down
goodness.
the sideline. It's
Oh, my
Jamarcus
goodness.
Holstead. He is into the end zone. Dolphins touchdown. Brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development.
Oh,
Jamarcus Holstead came on late. The Lincoln Trojans didn't see it. J.P. Holzenbeck noticed it, notified him with a long air ball into the air. And Jamarcus Holstead with a soft hands waltzes into the end zone.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how that man went unaccounted for. Sometimes, by the way, as a quarterback, it is easy to panic when you have a man that wide open, and it's easy to panic as a receiver when you find yourself that wide open.
Nothing but air and opportunity to mess that up, right?
Holy cow. I didn't even, I was like, where did he put that ball? And then as you're calling it, as you do so well, Dave.
Just
incredible.
Because I got a great color commentator right here on this side. Kyle Wright doing a great job.
I love you, man.
JP Olsenbach's going to be the holder. Talon Moore, the athlete's foot, on for his second extra point attempt. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is no good. That'll be wide right, leaving the score 13-0 after the long connection from JP Olsenbach to Jamarcus Halstead. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. Back here getting ready for Mosley to kick it back to Lincoln. They have a 13-0 lead after the 60-yard touchdown pass from J.P. Olsenbach to Jamarcus Halstead and the first touchdown of the game. Christian Brown with a pick six. About what? Probably a 20-yard?
Yeah.
20-yard pick six there.
Got to put the yardage on it. I didn't do that. Good call.
Teed up here in the middle of the field, 10:49 left to play in the half. This is the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. Give them a call at 850-276-0141. Guys, please go support our sponsors because that makes them more likely to come back and sponsor with us next year, making this broadcast possible for the possible fifth year in a row. What a
that's a mental lapse.
It's as okay, let me try to put this out in the most professional way. If this was a total biased broadcast, I would just be like, yes, that's exactly what we needed. The smart football play right there is to let that ball go out of bounds.
Yeah,
right?
That's 20 yards of field position right there.
Exactly, but that was a big break for the Mosley Dolphins right there. As now that ball, they're going to start here from the 15-yard line. They're working from the right to the left as we see it in the Don Heaton press box. No what?
There we go.
That's what feels. I'm like, I can see everything up here too easily. Why am I not struggling to read my notes?
Nice revelation there.
Absolutely. Mosley with their wide. Right up the middle. That is their running back to Darius Huggins, and he's got more room. Carson Griffin puts a hit on him. Flags fly everywhere. We'll await the call there. Brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats. I was going to start talking about the Mosley white helmets and not having red lettering, but green lettering on their helmets as we're looking at some red letters up here in between the breaks.
It's the word.
The word. Guy Garrison is bringing us different objects up into the booth, as Kyle mentioned earlier, and Kyle is working his way.
Well, you're in it now. We're doing this together.
Hey, we're a team, bro. That's just kind of how it works.
So far we've had a screw. We've had Chick-fil-A sauce.
There was one other one, I believe.
There was one other one.
Walkie-talkie.
A walkie-talkie.
And our fourth of the first half is God's word to us.
The Holy Bible. Should mention this is a New American Standard version. Nice, beautiful red leather.
Could be yours for the price of it.
Someone's missing their Bible. David and I will sign the inside of it.
No. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. 1st and 10 here after the penalty negates the big run there from the Trojans running back to Darius Huggins, but they come right back and their spurt ability bounces them back to a Mr. Eddie's first down, getting across the 41-yard line.
Kind of go back to what we were saying earlier. It looks like Mosley's made a decision to make Taylor Jacobs throw the football tonight. And other than that first interception, I mean, he's delivered some good strikes, especially over the middle, which we've kind of seen throughout the season. Is maybe if you're going to pick a weak spot in this Mosley secondary, the middle of the field seems to be the one to be.
I think we're offsides, but I don't know if it gets called. Taylor Jacobs has got time, and he will not find his wide receiver. I don't think we have any flags on the play. It looks like the defense is just putting the hammer down.
So early on that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You find another way to get that in there. I mean, he was literally putting it down when I said that, so. Quit, Thor. Quit while you're ahead, Thor. Second, I love this type of game, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Might as well just start saying, hey, give me 3 words. We'll start freestyling. Second and 10 here. Taylor Jacobs. Oh, that ball's up in the air.
My goodness.
Oh, it falls to the ground, incomplete.
That's going to be 3rd and long.
This has been a weird drive for Lincoln. So many highs, like, okay, here we go, and then, boom, flag flies, whatever it may be, and it keeps setting them back.
Yeah, and it all starts catching that football there and toe tapping out of bounds. This would have been starting field position just about.
Absolutely. You're 100% right, Kyle. It all started right there, and that penalty, or the flow of this drive has kind of favored how that penalty went. 2 stacked receivers set up on either side of the offensive line. He's looking to the far side the whole time. Now he's going to use those feet, and he's going to go down. He's going to make it 4th and 5 from the 46-yard line. A big decision. You're down 13-0. You can't give him a short field again, can you?
Oh, man, this is disaster area for a head coach. I think the turf monster took out Taylor Jacobs right there. Watching that play run back.
He had room, but then when you have a big linebacker coming up,
yeah, it's tough. And looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. And this is make or break territory right here.
He's going to grab the snap, looks immediately to the near side of the field. He's going to have enough. He's down the sideline, and big touchdown-saving tackle from Talon Moore. Great strike there from Taylor Jacobs to find his receiver there on 4th down.
Yeah, caught his man. That's Malik Denmark. That obviously we heard Robert Fleming shot him out at the beginning. Big number 9, standing at 6'2", 180 pounds. One of the staples of this Lincoln offense.
We're too quick on this. All right, it's screen, double pass. They throw down the middle of the field. It's 2. Wow. It's right into his hands. He's into the end zone.
Wow.
What a play. What a play from Lincoln. Cabran Paul finding the receiver there on the double pass. I believe that would be Will Tawney, the tight end. And what a play. And now this game is 13-6 pending the extra point. A change of events.
We've seen some beautiful balls come out of Taylor Jacobs' hands tonight. And the ugliest ball of the night goes for the first Lincoln touchdown.
Now that is a good point, Kyle, as their kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good. And we've got a 13-7 game here in the first round of the state playoffs. 8:57 left to play in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. David Hayes and Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live, and we're powered by PCB Hobby. Back here at Tommy Oliver, 8:57 remaining in the first half. 13-7 is the score. The Mosley return team heads to the field. The Lincoln Trojans kick team already there. Ball teed up at the middle of the 40-yard line. JP Olsen back down there warming up, getting ready for the, I believe, third offensive drive.
Fourth offensive drive.
It could be the fourth. I know the pick six might
Yeah, that's throwing me off a little bit.
That's Garrison, next year you're on stats. And the kick is going to be a line drive, boomed to the near side of the field, and Henson's going to pick it up. He's going to get across the 20. Nice juke move. He's around the outside. He'll be pushed out just shy of the 30-yard line, and that is a good way to start this next drive.
Kind of sneaking there on the outside, poking his way in and out of a couple of guys. We got some arguments happening here in the comments. They're fighting back and forth. I love it, dude. Y'all go at each other.
What are they arguing
I
about?
don't even know.
I don't even know.
Absolutely nothing. And now we got to find out who the heck this guy is, so we'll figure this out.
Good luck.
I'm going to use a Google Lens.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10. We're in the second quarter, brought to you by Price & Sons Fencing. The score is 13-7, live from Tommy Oliver Stadium, where we still have room for you. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Sammy Chisholm is going to get the give. He's moseying his way to the top of the screen, but he will be knocked down shy of the line of scrimmage, losing a few there.
I'm glad his legs moved out from underneath him there. That's one of those dangerous tackles there from the side. And, you know, nothing against the defensive player. You got to make a hit, but that's we see a lot of injuries on those types of hits right there.
Looks like Wyatt's dad. I have no idea who that guy is. Second down here. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, and a Bite Me Custom Treats flag flies.
This drive is just going in the wrong direction for Mosley.
Yeah, it is. Has the momentum shifted that much?
We've seen an offsides on the offense and encroachment on the offense. This is
I don't know if I've ever seen encroachment on the offense.
This is a weird, funky drive so far. Not exactly what you hope for. Trying to get some momentum back.
Now it is 2nd and forever. They got to get to about Port St. Joe here for a first down. Fletcher's in motion. They're going to dump it underneath on the slant route to Carson Griffin, who's got some room at the top of your screen. He's across midfield, and he'll be pushed out of bounds, crosses the 40 for a Mr. Eddie's first down.
What do you do when you're struggling a little bit to get a big play off on a struggling drive? You find your Division I wide receiver, Carson Griffin, committed to the University of Delaware, and he makes a play. Some great blocking upfield as well.
That ball is going to be inside the 40-yard line in Trojans territory. 1st and 10. Under center is J.P. Olsen back. They're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm, who bounces left and right, and he'll pick up half as much as what he needed to get close to the first down. It's 2nd and 5.
I'm telling you, Dave, sometimes when you look at a high school football roster, you just see a bunch of random guys on paper that nobody's ever heard of. But when you look at this Mosley Dolphins roster, there are just playmakers everywhere.
Hey, there's no doubt about that. Garrison, hopefully we got that one correct because we have no idea. 2nd and 5 here. Having fun in the playoffs. How about that? Little pistol formation is going to be Arboleta. He says, you better get out of my way. I'm picking up a Mr. Eddie's first down along the way.
Boy, I almost said never mind.
You almost said never mind?
No, I can't.
1st and 10. Underneath 7 minutes left here in the first half. Mosley leading 13-7.
Shout out to Maddie Lewis in the band, Amanda Lewis commenting, and Kevin White and John Hines having a love affair in the comments as well. We see you guys. They're fighting. A little bit of confusion here. Another flag.
Another encroachment. Third time's the charm. I'm wondering, is the center picking up the ball and moving it forward or something? Like, I'm going to try to keep a closer eye on that. And the crazy thing is Coach Tommy Joe Whitten isn't really – okay, now, never mind.
Getting a water break, and there's some
now we've got a little bit of heat between Coach and the Coach Whitten and the head referee, but I think we're just looking for some clarification. This is a water break, and that is brought to you by Countryside Lawn Care. Make sure to go check them out. Matt Simmons, give them a call at 850-896-4156. I know your grass ain't growing very much right now, but when it comes time to hiring someone for the next season, Matt Simmons and Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County is the way to go. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby. Mosley offense headed back to the field after that state-mandated water break there. brought to you by Countryside Lawn Care. After the offensive encroachment, pushes that ball back to the 31, 32-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15. Split wide receivers, a little bit of a heavier formation as Jamarcus Halstead is in motion from the bottom of your screen towards the top. Then reverse course. Now going to look back at the left side of the field. It's in and out of the hands in the middle of the field to Fletcher Taylor. A little bit too high for Fletch right there. And there's a Bite Me Custom Treats flag on the play.
What is happening?
Which direction is this going? Looks like it's going to be headed back in favor of Mosley.
I'm not sure.
Trying to watch body language here. Oh, illegal touch, and he was in an offense. He was covered up, so.
Holy cow. This is just, I mean, other than the big play to Carson Griffin, this has been a disaster of a drive for Mosley.
Well, it's first and a long, long ways to go. That backs it up to the 36 now. They had to get to Port St. Joe earlier. It's about that same distance, so we'll call it Mexico Beach. Thoughts and prayers with Mexico Beach. And Port St. Joe, I believe, had a big fire last night, so thoughts there to the beautiful areas of the Forgotten Coast. Kyle was laughing at the comments, not the things that I was just saying.
It was a pretty good one in there. I ain't going to lie.
Jamarcus Halstead, no, it's going to be a gift to Sammy Chisholm, and a hole opens up for Sammy.
Yes,
He's going to be upended near the 25. He'll get back to the OLOS. That's the original line of scrimmage. And it'll make it 3rd and 10.
Looking everywhere for a flag, a face mask on the offense, or who knows. I think we're going to find out who this guy was finally.
Cole Archambault comes off the field, but tempo here for the Mosley Dolphins offense. J.P. Olsen back all alone in the backfield. I think he got him to jump off sides, and he did. That'll be a free 5 brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats, and it makes this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, and the fans are getting excited about a flag being thrown against Lincoln, as you can hear out there.
Man, some of those flags fly, and we can't even see the things. It's kind of like watching Casper the Friendly Ghost.
It is. That's a great point, Dave. That is a great point. Very unsolicited point, I should say.
I want to go around selling no soliciting signs to people. Would you like to buy? I saw that video on Facebook. I can't take credit for that. But we've got 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen here for a 3rd and short. 5 wide. Empty backfield. JP drops back 1 step. Jamarcus on the slant. Hole opens up. He reverses back to the far side of the field. Broncos in front of him. Touchdown, Jamarcus Halstead. Let's go. Second touchdown of the evening for Jamarcus Halstead.
Having the game of his life so far tonight when they needed him to.
What was that, about 25
yards? That was 21
yards.
yards.
21 yards?
Yes, sir. I had to look myself. And if you're Mosley, do you think about going for 2 here?
I mean, that's why I got my final prediction score of this game from the Sports Republic podcast was 36-28. So let me get there, Coach, but I'm going to need a couple of other things to happen now after some of the missed extra points. We are going for 2 here. They are tight. He rolls to his right. He's got Fletcher Taylor. He's going to keep it himself.
He's short.
He is short. Hopefully no injuries. He hops right back up. All right. All right, so that will be no good. That'll make the score 19-7 with 5:23 left to play in the second quarter. Brought to you by Price and Sons Fencing. Price and Sons Fencing. Give them a call at 850-276-0141. What a toss there from JP to Jamarcus. Jamarcus has got 81 yards just in touchdown passes this evening. That was phenomenal as we're going to jump around here at Tommy Oliver. This is Mosley Football Live, and we're powered by PCB Hobby. 19-7, ball teed up at the 40. Mosley kicking from our left towards our right. 5:23 on the game clock. Talon kicks it. It's nice little line drive, fielded at about the 6 or the 7. He heads towards the middle of the field, now to the far side of the field, still carrying some defenders on him, but the special teams unit will drag him down. They'll start from about the 32.
Interesting drive here for Lincoln coming up. You've had a little bit of success running the football. You've had some success throwing it over the middle. Your big play came on a trick play. Your big touchdown play came on a trick play. So it's going to be interesting to see what they dial up on this drive right here.
And, you know, both teams had very wonky drives in their last drives, but still came away with at least 6 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point.
All right, they come out with 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Tadarius Huggins is to the left of the quarterback, Taylor Jacobs Jr. They give it to Tadarius. He works his way up the middle there, and he'll pick up a nice gain on first down to get more than half of what he needed.
That's just a really good run. We're going to get a whistle here.
I don't see any
Helmet
yellow.
came
Oh,
off.
Will Arbella's helmet came off. Headed onto the field. Looks
Number 88.
okay. That's Tanner Cherry or JD Cherry. I couldn't tell if it was Thomas Manley or JD Cherry. Unless more numbers have changed, then we don't know. Taylor Jacobs going to give it to Huggins again. He almost gets hugged. He was hugged there by Colbert, and he is brought down. And that will make it a big 3rd down coming up for the Trojans offense.
Kane Colbert has stepped up in a big way over the last couple of games. A name we didn't really call a whole lot at the beginning of the season, but he has
Second
made
leading tackler here for the Mosley Dolphins as well.
He is, had a phenomenal season. And you look at Wyatt Fleming's numbers and you start to compare, but it's not fair.
3rd and short. They go over the middle
Oh,
of the
my
field.
goodness.
Ball's up in the air. It's picked up. It's picked up. It's Talibor the senior. He's across the 40. Favorable field position again. What a play by the Dolphins.
And Talon Moore's got to feel good about that. He missed a field goal earlier tonight. He missed an extra point. Being put into a kind of I would say maybe a bit of an unfair situation. And he comes back right there with an incredible interception, a big tip drill. Awesome.
Mosley's going to start this drive inside the Trojans 40 at the 39-yard line. Let's just see another deep pass to Jamarcus Halstead so the Dolphins can, similar to E.T., phone home. 1st and 10. 5 wide again. No one in the backfield with J.P. Olsen back. And they're looking towards the outside for Jamarcus. There's gotta be. It is. Bite me custom treats. Penalty flag flies.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't see the referee down there, and I was wondering how that flag was not coming out, brother. Hi.
There was a lot of interaction between the defensive back and the wide receiver there for Mosley. And that'll be a 1st down after the free 15.
Mosley has a great opportunity here to really take control of this thing.
I really would. What's more important to you right here, Kyle? When we go back and we watch the film. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't count. But what's more important to you here? Killing time or getting 6 points? Obviously you want the 6 points, no doubt, but do you want to take as much time off the clock here?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just go ahead and strike and put your defense back out there?
It's tough with the way your defense has been playing, honestly, because you don't want to give Lincoln any opportunity, as we're going to get another Bite Me Custom Treats penalty here. Another false start. That's, 20 or 25 yards worth of pre-snap penalties by the Dolphins tonight.
Just if we're just counting the 5-yarders, you're somewhere around the money right there.
Crazy. But I think getting points is more important than anything at the end of the day, but you certainly don't want to give Lincoln a great opportunity to go for a 2-for-1.
Jamarcus also, Mosley's, Lincoln will be getting the ball to start the second half as they run up the gut and will get near the original line of scrimmage, actually about 2 yards right there to make it 2nd and about 13.
And the clock is running. I would say that a field goal is probably the furthest thing from your mind right now.
No doubt. I want 6 here. I think
Yeah.
everybody on that sideline wants 6 right here. And Talon Moore, you know, had the opportunity for the 33-yard field goal earlier in the game. It's tough, though, unless you've kicked field goals, which I could never. My legs just don't work in the kicking game. J.P. Olsenbeck all alone in the backfield. He's going to look to the right side of the field. He's got Sammy Chisholm just hanging out down there by himself, and he's going to run a man over, stays on his feet. He's going to get inside the 15, which means Mr. Eddie's has brought you another first down.
Caught him in 4K right there, buddy. Drop the shoulder.
Dobos was probably all over that picture.
That's beautiful. Beautiful football. Great execution. Sammy Chisholm, by the way, coming back next year.
Yeah, junior. Whew. I mean, when I look at they lost so much last year, seniors. They're losing a lot this year as well. But, man, some of the juniors that are getting ready to become seniors next year. But we're here, right here. Tommy Oliver in the playoffs as Sammy Chisholm is being patient, running behind his line, and then finds a hole, hits it, and will be inside the 10-yard line.
That patient style of running. I think the player that made me fall in love with that was Le'Veon Bell. Like early in his career, especially the Michigan State Le'Veon Bell, but early in his career at Pittsburgh, he would sit kind of behind the offensive line and wait for something to open up. And, like, there weren't holes there, but he created them, and that's what Sammy Chisholm just did right there.
Well, you know, Drake says she looks like a star, but only on camera. Ooh. Sammy Chisholm always looks like a star.
I like it. That's a good one. Only on camera.
Nearing the 2-minute warning, but we ain't got one of those here in high school football. The play clock, however, is down to 2, down to 1, and we are going to get a Mosley timeout. That'll be their first of the half.
Unless we both missed one.
With that, they've got 2 left. There's a minute 58 left to play here in the second quarter. Mosley leading 19-7. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. We are back. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Looking for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown here. Fresh out of the timeout, 1:58 on the clock. J.P. Holstenbeck feeds his running back, and Sammy Chisholm goes down, and that'll make this an important third down coming up.
I kind of like one of those patented screen passes here. Somebody kind of cut.
Do you like a screen to the outside, or do you like some of those screens that they've been running where it's like they pay attention to the opposite side of the field and then boom, a little slant across underneath?
That's what I was thinking. Either that or like a motion screen here. Like Sammy Chisholm lined up to the top of your screen. So, like you bring him in motion and you kind of hit him in stride almost.
It sees, and it almost looks like they're in a man defense, so a screen would be beneficial there, or wouldn't be beneficial right there. JP's got to use his feet. He's going to toss it up.
Oh, yes,
Joe
sir.
Marcus Holstead for the hat trick in the first half.
Oh, my
hat trick Holstead. Let's go. Touchdown, Dolphins.
I mean, JP Holstenbeck. I'm in disbelief, David, because for many reasons, okay? First of all, Sammy Freitas was an absolute dog for these Mosley Dolphins for 3 years. And you're replacing a 3-year starter at quarterback. When we came into the season, we were not sure what we were getting in J.P. Holstenbeck. But holy cow, the poise right there. He's gotten better as the season goes on, and that's just one of those plays right there.
Snap's good. Pressure's on. That kick will not make it to the crossbar. It is no good, leaving the score to be 25-7. 25-7 with 1:04 left to play here in the first half. That touchdown was brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. Big shout out to Beth Mulvey and Ryan Mulvey. I know Ryan was going to try to make it to the game tonight, but thoughts and prayers with that family. Flag football getting underway coming up soon. I'm not going to be able to coach at the games. I'm going to try to help out at practice, but my work evenings are going on. They interfere with the game evening, so stinks, but Ryan Mulvey's going to coach those kids up, and hopefully I think we've won back-to-back championships, so looking to go back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah, anytime you've got Liam Mulvey at quarterback, that's or at any position. I mean, that young man is sharp.
He absolutely is. And his sister, Ryan Mulvey, has been playing some great basketball in middle school for University Academy, or Academy University.
Hell of a soccer player as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ball teed up there at the 40-yard line. We've got a 25-7 ball game here with 1:04 left to play before we let you guys hear the sound of the Southland halftime show. Tallamore approaches. He boots it, end over end, not too deep. It's going to fall at the 20, checks up there, and he picks it up late. He was trying to this time make the wise decision and let it go out of bounds, but if Mosley would have recovered that, oh my goodness, we would be looking at a wild finish to the first half for the Dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just once again avoiding disaster there by the I mean, that's a thin margin, man. That made me nervous. And I'm obviously I'm Mosley alumni, so I'm not even going to hide that I'm out here rooting for Mosley. All right.
No doubt. But we're in a favorable position of the time of the year where we're rooting for all Bay County teams here in the playoffs. Arnold traveling to St. Augustine. They'll be kicking off 6:30 Central Time tomorrow night. St. Augustine actually has a broadcast similar to Mosley Football Live, so you can check out St. Augustine's YouTube channel to check them out. We'll tell you about the other games as Taylor Jacobs Jr. backs up. Pressure's on him. He goes down. Do you use the timeout here if you're Coach Tommy Joe?
I think you got to at least think about it, right?
It's a big-time sack. Clock is still running. We're at the 40-second mark here in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter.
I kind of like the strategy. They look like they're going to snap it fast.
They are. Looking at the middle of the field, will be pushed out of bounds near the 35. He'll be shy of the first down. Here in the second quarter, brought to you by Price & Sons Fencing. Give Zach a call at 850-276-0141. Their fences stand the test of time. Third and short. 30 seconds left to play. Looking right the whole way, another tip drill, but Demetrius Gillis made the right play by going after the receiver and not playing the ball, and even Coach Golden, I believe, goes over there to slap him a high five.
Yeah, for Lincoln, this has got to feel good. You've been outscored 4 touchdowns to 1, and if you could drive the field here and get up a field goal attempt, you can go into halftime like in a 2-possession game. This game is far from over.
25 seconds left to play. They're going to go with Hudgens right up the middle. Hudgens is going to have enough for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
They're going to call a quick timeout here.
And they will have 1 timeout left. Mosley having 2. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. Come check us out. We're open from 10 to 6 tomorrow and Saturday. And on Sundays from 12 to 6, we've got TCGs, gold and silver, comics, and sports cards. So check us out on Back Beach next to Florida Linens. If you can't make it out, we're also on eBay Live. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. We're back. 20 seconds left to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Lincoln Trojans, who trail 25-7. Playoff action. Taylor Jacobs is under duress, and he's going to go down. The ball is out. Is the ball out? Joseph Chima. It's not out. Big Team in on the stop. Let's go.
And Mama Chima's fired up down there, and I love to see it.
You know how many breakfast burritos my guy eats for breakfast?
I saw that.
Five
Holy
of them things.
cow.
Cinco. So I had to count in Spanish to understand that. As that is going to do it for the end of the first half. Your Mosley Dolphins leading the Lincoln Trojans by a score of 25-7. Thanks to GolfWithJ.com and Price & Sons Fencing for sponsoring the first and second quarters.
By the way.
What?
I did get word on that. No band at halftime.
Well, then you guys will hear the ambiance of Tommy Oliver for the duration of the half. No band during the half. We are sorry to disappoint you. That is not a us call.
Yeah,
That
no.
is not an us call, just so that we're clear on that. This is Mosley Football Live. We're going to take a break here for halftime. We'll be back with third quarter action. We're back for the second half here. Still about a minute before we get underway. At least that's what the clock over here in the end zone to our right says. It looks like the official is going to make Talon Moore wait to tee that thing up. Kyle,
Yes,
heck of
sir.
a first half as we get ready to head into the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter here. Mosley leads 25-7 to kick the ball off to Lincoln. My question to you is, what has been hot and what's been cold?
Well, I'll tell you what's been hot tonight, Dave. That JP to Jamarcus Halstead, that 9-to-1 connection that we've seen all night. 3 touchdown passes, 3 big connections between the two. What has been cold? The inability to finish these drives. Now, what do we mean by finish? We're not talking about putting the ball in the end zone. We're talking that there have been 5 points left on the field tonight. And this should be this game should be a little bit more out of reach than it is right now. And for the inability to get the extra points through the uprights, and the inability to get that 2-point conversion in and a missed field goal earlier in the game, there's actually 7 points left on the field tonight.
Yep.
Excuse me. So we want to see that get cleaned up a little bit here in the second half.
Well, I'm David Hayes, and that was Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live. We are powered by PCB Hobby. That kick was returned to across the 25-yard line to about the 26.5, and that is where the Lincoln Trojans, led by their quarterback, Taylor Jacobs Jr., will start their first drive of the second half.
We're in the Kevin White fan club, by the way, up here in the booth. Those in the YouTube comments, you'll
Like
understand.
Jason Whitlock, speak for yourself.
We're kind of at odds up here, and so are the referees.
I haven't read too many of the comments this evening, but dude, we're already under a minute here in this third quarter, and we haven't ran an official play.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're working on.
I was going to say, I think that's probably what the drawback is here. I need to put that game clock back to about 11:55. Oh.
Ooh, that is a big no-no. No air horns. If any of you are listening and here at the game, no blowing air horns.
Well, that's I don't like that rule.
I like it. I don't think that should be ever happening at high school football games. As Taylor Jacobs Jr. is all the run. He looks to the near side of the field and finds his man who gets across the 40 for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. That is number 9, Malik Denmark on the grab.
Great strike there. Get some rhythm going here. I mean, you're one score of any kind away from making this a 2-possession game.
2 wide receivers up top, 1 down here at the bottom of your screen. Running back to the right. They fake the give to him. 3-step drop, looking to the far side of the field on the post route. He's got his man.
Oh, man.
First down inside of the 20-yard line, and just kind of had a step on Christian Brown, and now the Trojans hurry up to the line.
That's that brother-to-brother connection. Taylor Jacobs to his brother Trevor. Big play right there, and like you said, had the step on Christian Brown.
The entire Lincoln offense looking over there to the coach, to the sideline, figuring out what the play call is going to be. Mosley bringing some pressure. The Trojans' protection looks like it had a couple of holes in there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here. Mosley brought the pressure there on the right edge, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's 25-7. Live from Tommy Oliver Stadium here in the first round of the FHSAA State Playoffs. From the 19-yard line here, Kyle, what do you expect? Pass or run? They've been passing a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of keep that RPO thing going here, and a little drop back pass to the left side. It's going to be incomplete, I think.
Had him on a little speed out route, but that falls incomplete.
Need to talk to Josh Latch out there and get me a ticket for tomorrow night.
If he's out there, go talk to him.
You don't know me. We're good. We're watching a football game here, and this is playoff football, by the way. And speaking of what you said a few minutes ago, we had Miss Leanne Fleming up here in the booth a few minutes ago, and we just got a kind of a whole family history. She's got 6 kids, Dave, and we are going to be calling Mosley football for a long time.
Excited. Excited about that for sure, and really just thankful to Jason
Yeah,
Land,
man, all of them.
Jason Land, Leanne Fleming. We had Frank Wright helping us out a lot this year, and that is going to be a timeout. There has been 6 seconds played here in this quarter. Kyle,
A minute and 6.
minute and 6?
It's 12 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I was stuck on the 11 minutes from where we were at earlier. So a minute and 6 seconds here. First timeout already burned. The score is 25-7 here. It's been it's hard to say. I don't know. Mosley has felt in control of this game despite some of the mistakes that they've made along the way. Lincoln has benefited even after making some mistakes themselves and getting into the end zone. Their one touchdown tonight comes off of one of their most wonky drives, but it was a wide receiver pass.
Yeah.
A little double pass action there. And
Ugly
so,
ball, too.
and this right here, if you scored, you make this 25-14, pending the extra point. I mean, you're talking about a two-score game with a lot of time left to go.
Frank Wright showing us some love in the YouTube comments. Says, thanks for the love, guys. Looking forward to hopefully working with you guys more in the future.
Got a little spring action with some semi-pro football, hopefully lining up with the Panama City Panthers.
Man, that would be so great, Dave.
We'll feed you guys more information on that as it comes. But shout out, regardless if we're calling the games or not, Panama City Panthers. They got a day named after them here in Panama City.
Love it,
Tyleek
dude.
Mears, Diesel Mims.
Big third down right here.
They've got split wide receivers, man in motion now from the top to the bottom of your screen. They're going to sling it out to number 9. Number 9 makes a beautiful move, comes back inside. Looks like he's going to roll over a defender into the end zone, and he does. That's a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown with 10:43 left to play in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. The score, pending the extra point, 25 Mosley, Lincoln 13.
Yeah, I mean, that's an incredible drive right there for Lincoln. And you got a chance to cut this thing to 11. That's just a field goal and a touchdown 2-point conversion.
And Thomas Arnold is on to attempt the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. The touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development was scored by number 9, Malik Denmark there. So a nice strike there, and we've got a 25-14 ball game with 10:43 left to play in the third. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. We are back here in the third quarter live from Tommy Oliver Stadium. I'm David Hazel on with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live. We are powered by PCB Hobby, and we've got a close one, 25-14 here in the first round of the FHSAA state playoffs. That's going to be a line drive kick that takes us a weird hop. Holden's going to pick it up around the 10. He's up the middle of the field, drugged down by his ankles after crossing the 25-yard line, and that is where Mosley will take over for their first offensive drive of the second half.
And this is a big tone-setting drive for the Mosley offense because you want to, you got to stay the course. This is a nothing ball game.
You remember who that timeout was called by on the previous drive?
I believe that may have been a water break.
Oh, water break
I
that
do
early?
believe so.
Countryside Lawn Care, shout out to you for sponsoring our water break. Says JP Olsenback, it's got Sammy Chisholm to the left. They're heavy on the. What's that?
I have been known to be pretty inaccurate in the booth here, so.
They're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm, who moved from the left to the right hip of JP Olsenback, and he'll get a small gain on first down.
Lincoln, starting to sniff blood in the water here a little bit.
This is a very important drive. You can also make it one of those methodical drives where you take a lot of time off, but I think you also want to start this half, kind of where you left off in the last half by finding Hat Trick Halstead somewhere out there.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's been the guy, and you know that Lincoln's aware of that. They're not a traditional powerhouse in this area for no reason.
Trips bunched up to the right of the formation where Fletcher Taylor moves from the left to the right of the offensive line. They're going to find Carson Griffin on a little screen, and he'll get across the 35 and sits down on the bench. The bench falls down. He falls over. I hope that bench didn't fall on his hand. He hops right back up. Carson Griffin with a great grab there and makes it third. That is a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down then, at least from what I'm seeing from the down marker. The chains have not yet moved.
And they are going to move
And
now.
now they are.
I thought it was a little closer than that myself, Dave.
Man, you just saw that whole play on the sidelines unraveling. Carson Griffin goes out, tries to sit down on the bench, a little bit too much momentum, then flips over, and that bench almost got his hand. So
shout out to the water girl on the sideline, kind of taking a little bump right there and staying on her feet. I thought she was going to go down too.
Ooh, looks like some pressure coming from Lincoln. And Sammy Chisholm just sheds a few blockers and picks up about 5 on the first down run.
Sammy Chisholm's just, I mean, you can't say enough great things about this young man.
Really excited for the rest of this evening to see how it all plays out. Right now, Mosley with a 25-14 lead. It's second down from the Dolphins' own 42-yard line on the near side of the field. 9:15 left to play in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. 2 wide receivers at the top of your cell phone or your screen. Fletcher Taylor and Cole Archambault switch from the right to the left of the offensive line. Sammy Chisholm right up the gut. He'll pick up about 3 there, get to the 45, make it 3rd and 2.
Big third down right here. 3rd and short. Oh man, this would be a decision.
Oh yeah. Oh, if we don't get it right here, I can almost say bet your bottom dollar they'll be going for it if it's at least this distance or shorter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're heavy. JP under center. They're going to run it with Sammy. Sammy's got enough room. He's into Trojan territory across the 45, and Fletcher Taylor steps over number 22, the man he was blocking, and says, "Get out my way."
We've talked about it so many times. It's going to sound like broken record talk, Dave, but replacing Adam Land is so much more than what's going to show up in the box score each and every week. His ability to block in the run game was impeccable. It was incredible. And, that's a big block right there for Fletcher Taylor upfield. And, of course, you got Cole Archambault wearing the number 8 on the offensive side of the ball as well now, playing a little tight end. The blocking game for these tight ends, they're going to have to step up in a big way as we're going to get another pre-snap penalty.
A legal substitution on the offense. Corey Langford says, I went back and looked. It looks like an official's timeout. So that would mean all 3 teams.
Mosley had 12 men on the field on offense.
Both teams here have all 3 of their remaining timeouts. 12 men on the field is not a great way to start a first down to break the huddle like that. It's going to make it 1st and 15 from the Trojans' 48-yard line.
You know, I do believe a lot of the pre-snap penalties have been on first down as well.
Yeah.
And that's just
better than happening on 3rd down to some extent, because you know what you still have to make up as Fletch and Cole move from the right to the left. It's going to be another give to Sammy Chisholm, who's met immediately in the backfield, and that will be a loss of about 2, making it 2nd and long coming up.
Jalen Parrish, who had the interception earlier, with just an absolute stick.
Picture perfect tackle.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you want. That's how they teach you to tackle.
Cole comes off. Holden Henson comes on. I'm almost worried every time I say both of his names. Did I say it correctly this time? Double H.
Double H is just the way to be.
Holden Henson. We're going to try again over there at the top of your screen. Play clock's at 6, at 5. Pressure showing from Lincoln. They're going to hand it off to Will Arboleta on the little reverse kind of counter. He keeps up on his feet. He's going to get across the 45, and that makes this a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11, better than being on the other side of your own 50-yard line.
Yeah, now you start to think about maybe 4-down territory here. You try to maybe at least get half of this. I don't think you go for broke on this 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. But we'll see what they're going to do, Dave. They run a little no-huddle, up-tempo.
Empty backfield, signifying it will be a pass. We have seen JP put the team on his back a few times and get some much-needed hard yards, channeling his inner Sammy Freitas. One-step drop on the slant to Carson Griffin. It's going to be close. It depends on the spot. Where I'm seeing it's a 1st down.
They're marking him down right at the line to gain.
Woo.
And I think they're going to call this 4th and short.
Hot diggity dog, Kyle. They're going to measure. They are going to measure for this. There's 5:53 left to play in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning 3rd quarter. Your score is 25-14. This drive started with 10:54 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They've ate up about 5 minutes, almost half here, of this 3rd quarter, and it's a big decision as 4th and inches is upcoming.
The spot is, I can't believe we're not getting a measurement here. The nose of that football seems to be really close, but either way, here we go.
4th and inches, JP under center, heavy to the right side of the offensive line. They're going to go JP right up the middle. It's going to be so close.
I do not think he got it, Dave.
It's going to be close.
They're going to mark it short.
And
Holy
that
cow.
is a 1st down for the Trojans of Lincoln. And now playoff football, which has been ignited the whole entire evening.
Yes.
But we're getting into those championship rounds, as you like to call them, in the world of fighting. And that's going to be a turnover on downs and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans offense. Woo! Here we go. Let the anxiety build.
Yeah, you got some hanging heads here on the sideline, and you don't want to see that. I mean, you got to – I mean, we saw this a little bit last week, Dave, until JP had that big run where he kind of leveled one of the defenders to get some life back into this Mosley sideline. They gotta pick their heads up, man. There's a lot of time left in this game.
Spades After Dark says, will I better? Yeah. I mean, that would have been – woo! I would have at least had him in the backfield, being that he's my power running back there. But at the end of the day, hey, that's a tough one right there, and all you can do right now is play defense. Here we go.
Yeah, I still can't believe there wasn't a measurement on that 3rd down. It was close. But, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, they made a stop.
They made the stop, and they were in there and on it. The Trojans' defense was. So got 3 wide receivers. Trips out here to the bottom of your screen, stacked there in the middle on the near side hash marks. They are going to give it to Taylor Hudgens. Taylor Hudgens is going to go down after about a 2-yard pickup on 1st down.
If you're Lincoln, you start to feel a little bit of life right here. You've got momentum flowing through your body. The key is to not turn the ball over.
2nd down, up-tempo, underneath 5 to play, almost underneath 5 to play. They're going to go Hudgens again. Hudgens is going to be met, and he'll get a few yards there. That was some hustle on his behalf to stand up to the defense and still gain about 3 after being met nearly immediately.
That's the difference between falling backwards and falling forward. Do you gain 3 yards or do you gain 5?
Up-tempo again, 5 wide, 3rd down coming up.
You got to watch that quick pass to the outside.
Oh,
my
they got
goodness.
Kashawn Watson to jump.
And you just feel every little bit of momentum is on that Lincoln sideline right now.
It is, man, and you can feel it build. That's one thing, too. It almost feels like you can feel the momentum more so. I'm not saying more so than the players, but you could feel it up here the way that it kind of rises and falls.
Hey, they're not letting us take them to the Ford Theater very easily tonight, I'm telling you.
1st and 10. Up here in the booth. No JW around. And throwing it up near Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin could have turned around, and that would have been an interception, but it falls harmlessly to the ground.
That's a dangerous, dangerous pass.
Devondrick Jones. Yes, I believe there will be, they will have the Bay High game on the Bay District Schools or Bay High's YouTube. I'm not sure if they have commentators or not. 2nd and 10. Taylor's going to keep it himself. He's running to near the booth here, and then Will Arboleta says, you better get down. I'm tired of telling you this.
Absolutely. Kind of a neat little stutter step there he hit. I thought he maybe slipped, but I think that was intentional.
For sure, Devondrick.
Shout out to everybody watching and commenting. Having a great time tonight.
Big 3rd down, split wide receivers to either side. To Darius Huggins to the left. Taylor's dropping back. He's got a man, and Demetrius Gillis did everything in his power to rip that ball out. It just wasn't going to happen, and that is a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down with 3:45 to play in the 3rd, Kyle.
And now you start to think, Dave, all the points that have been left on that field tonight.
Still plenty of time here, and
so
still
much
plenty of
time.
yards for Lincoln to go. They've got 3 to the top of your screen. He's going to look quickly that way. He's going to find the man in the middle. The ball's out! The ball's out! The ball's out! Are they going to call it a complete pass? That is what it depends on. All of that hinges on if that pass is considered a completion.
And they're calling
it incomplete because they have the power to do that. Woo, doggy. Lincoln escapes tragedy right there.
And I think they may have thrown a penalty on one of the coaches here on the sideline.
It would be a sideline warning. Should be their first sideline warning of the game. Should not result in a penalty.
It is a sideline warning.
The next will be 15 yards, I believe.
Boy, they called it incomplete. I mean, it was close.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with the call because them being right there on it, I have no idea. From here, yes, it looked like that, but daggum, a lot of things look totally different.
I'm with you for sure. I think it was, it
was tough, though.
Go either way. But I think it's probably the right call, truthfully. It was a football move, though, I will say.
Man in motion is number 8, Cabran Paul.
Ball don't lie, so we'll see what happens here.
Split wide receivers. Jacobs drops back. He's under duress. He's escaping the pocket. He gets across the 40, still on his feet, moves towards the inside of the field. He's out of bounds. Marked out at the 31 or 32-yard line.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Steps out of bounds.
Tater with a good comment there, Kyle, if you want to read that one.
Yeah, I mean, kind of exactly what I said. They're not at an angle where they could really see it there, but the ball was in his hands, but he definitely made a football move upfield. I'm not sure if he had full possession, though, and I think that's the part that it's even hard to see up here.
No doubt. They're going to throw it on the screen to the outside. Blockers in front of him, makes a nice move, and then I believe it was Christian Brown with a beautiful open field tackle. He will get the Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down. They'll get to near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, you could just feel it, Dave. You could feel it out there. I mean, the sideline, the stands, everybody's deflated right now, and the fact of the matter is you still have a 2-possession lead. You got to get your head back in this. The fans need to get back in this.
3 minutes left to go in this third quarter, brought to you by KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning. It's a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 20. 3 wide receivers here at the bottom of your screen. They're going to give it to Huggins. Huggins is going to be stopped after a nice pickup on first down to kind of split the sticks there, make it 2nd and about 6.
Got about half of it right there, and Big Team's going to come back onto the field. Do their best to negate that middle run game. We've seen them have some success in tonight.
That's Tristan Steele, I believe, coming off, who's had a heck of a year himself this year. And Taylor's going to keep it the whole way. And what a tackle!
Wow. What
a tackle from the prone position if he was playing the new Battlefield. Trips him up. I love it. I have been playing Battlefield lately.
I've heard it's pretty good.
It's decent. I get like a new shooter like once every 3 or 4 years, so I'm heavy on the CFB 26 Madden, and I'll sneak in a few Battlefields every now and again. And then,
like
you got to load up GTA once a year.
Absolutely.
Taylor Jacobs on the keep. He's got Dolphins in a pod all around him. He's going to go down. We've got a 4th down and short coming up.
Okay, so the football move is probably to kick the field goal, right? To make this a one-possession game. But you've got momentum on your side. I mean, yeah, and I mean, it looks like they're kind of in the same boat here. You got to go for this, huh?
What do they say? Decisions. And in this situation, I'm glad I'm not the one making them. What I will say is they hurry to the line.
Oh, their backup quarterback is in here.
And they direct snap it looks like. They're going to have more than enough for the 1st down. Heck of a play there by the Trojans to get inside the 10 and make it 1st and goal.
Yeah, it looked like nobody in the Mosley defense was ready for anything.
Well, they snapped it so quick. They got there to the line of scrimmage so quick, and then it was kind of one of those plays of like, hold up, what's actually going on here?
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to kind of go right back to that same mentality.
And they're going to direct snap it
and it's the same thing. I think he gets in.
It's close. They're going to mark him down at the doorstep.
Get some life back on the field.
He's
Wake
down
up.
at the doorstep. Underneath 40 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter action.
Look at the body
They're
language.
going to do it again. Right up the gut. Will Arboleta said no! Sorry, that was way too loud.
That's
Sorry,
how you
guys.
play ball, man. Somebody wake up on the defensive side of the football. Get some life back in your body.
Big 3rd down upcoming. From the 1-yard line.
I mean, the body language kills me sometimes. I know I'm like punching that home right now.
They're doing the same thing. Flag
And there
flies.
you go.
Bite me custom treats. They're saying false start. Back them up.
It makes it more difficult.
I think we
Backs 'em
might
up.
take a 100-yard walk, Kyle.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
5 seconds here. They are going to back them up. Will the clock start? Or was that dead ball? So we will play this final play of the 3rd quarter, but then he just wound the clock, so we will take the walk of the green mile. In this case, it's just 100 yards, not 5,280 feet. What is the yardage, or how many yards in a mile is like 1,460, 1,762?
Put me on the spot here. I mean,
it's 5,280. Anyways, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
well.
Hey, we don't get paid to do no math.
whoever says it first in the comments will get you a $1 gift card to McDonald's.
Don't say that because we're not actually going to do that. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We are back after the 1,760 yards. They did not walk, but they came close. 12 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. They've got 4 wide. Looking to the near side of the field, and there was no one there. Was that ball deflected at the line of scrimmage, Kyle?
It was tipped, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, this one's tough, man. You're asking for 5 yards to get into pay dirt. 11:55 remains here in the ball game. It is a 25-14 contest. This to make it a one-possession game.
We were looking for yardage, by the way, so no gift cards will be handed out this evening.
That comment brought to you by Dylan Malloy. Low snap.
What are we doing?
Holder gets it. Kick is up. Kick is good off the toe of Thomas Arnold. And it is 25-17 with 11:49 left to play here in the ball game.
I mean, it was a bad snap, and nobody put pressure on him right there. Some things just, I'm mind-boggled. Call it more as a commentator unless as an alumni. That's what you got to do.
So as they set this up, it's 25-17. We're in the final quarter of action here in the first round of the playoffs. Mosley got off to really an incredible start at one point, Kyle. This game was, what, 25-7?
25-7. Yeah.
25-7. Lincoln has clawed all the way back.
And I hate to keep punching this home, but you had a 2-point conversion that you didn't get. You've got 2 missed extra points, and you've got a missed field goal tonight. For those who could do some math, that is a touchdown plus an extra point left on the field tonight. Should be 32-17, but it is not.
And that's, and as a football player, you can't have that in the back of your mind.
You can't, no, but when you're watching that score, and this is a one-possession game in the fourth quarter,
those are things that happen on Sunday or Monday when they're watching film. Like, hey, we got to do better next week. But I mean, daggum, your kicker is a safety, and he's taped up.
It's a tough ask, man.
And that one is booted. It'll go into the end zone. That is a touchback, and Mosley will take over at their own 20-yard line here in the fourth quarter.
One thing that I don't want is for that to be taken as a slight to Talon Moore, because Talon Moore, we call him the athlete's foot for a reason. The kid's an absolute dog. The kid has stepped up and has done everything that this team has asked of him this year. I mean, he has an interception tonight. He's the field goal kicker. He's the punter. He's the kickoff specialist. He's
the
everything.
punt return man.
Punt returner, kick returner.
He's not as much as more Arboleta and Holden Henson out there,
but he could be.
Yeah,
he would. He could play.
Give the man a break every now and again.
Last year, he was the backup quarterback to start the season. I mean, the young man has just been phenomenal. So, not a slight to Talon Moore in the least. Just pointing out facts.
Yeah, just the observation of the points left on the field. Sammy Chisholm is in the backfield along with his quarterback. He bounces out. He'll bounce right back in. He's going to get the grab to the near side of the field. What a nifty little move to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he won't pick up much more. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That's great discipline right there by the Lincoln defensive front.
Big shout out again one more time to KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Give Chris Skaggs a call at 850-238-5414, as there is no job too big or too small.
Always been a big supporter of mine. Love Chris Skaggs, love KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Can't say enough great things about him and that company.
3 wide to the top of your screen on this second down. JP fakes the give. They're going to slip it out. Oh, what an interception.
Oh, no, you can't.
What an interception right there by number 7, Malachi Acosta, and that will cost you, as the Lincoln Trojans will now be starting this next possession from inside the 15-yard line with 11:04 left to play in this game.
Sometimes if it's not there, you can't. You just can't. And that's the second time tonight that it's been forced, and that's the second time tonight that Mosley's going to pay for it. And that's, a mistake we haven't seen JP make a whole lot this season, but it is a mistake that you kind of do see a first-year starting quarterback make at times.
Number 9 is in motion. Taylor looks down here at the bottom of your screen. They've got a little Statue of Liberty to an offensive lineman.
That was cute.
Whoa.
It was cute.
Number 70, Jelani Wilmer Cotton there.
That's a big dude. 6'4", and they did not put a weight. And it's seismic.
So now they're at the 7-yard line. They still have room to reach.
Can you see them?
A first down. No, you're fine. 10:35 left to play here. It's an 8-point game. They're going to give it to number 9. In pursuit is the Dolphins offense. They try to get him down, and they'll stick him right there at about the 6. Short gain there. And that's going to make it 3rd down.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory without a doubt. And once again, body language. You're playing like you're down 8.
One thing I will say, speaking to the body language, there was some times last week or 2 weeks ago against Florida High Their body language didn't look so great, but a simple couple of plays brought them back up. They're going to go right back with that little fullback direct snap. He's going to be close to the line that he needed to gain to grab a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down, and he does so underneath the 10-minute mark here to go in the fourth quarter.
Very interesting that they have a like another quarterback, really, like for these types of plays.
I don't even know if he's going to end up throwing the ball. He's just going to run straight into that Mosley Dolphins defense, and that Dolphins stands tall.
That is the tight end, by the way, Will Tawney.
I haven't been able to get a good read on his number from up here.
That's the first time I've also been able to find it.
So 9:36. The clock stops, I guess, for a substitution, and the official winds it down underneath 9.5 left to play here in this first round playoff game.
Huddling up again. I mean, get ready for it. You know what's coming.
They are going heavy again. They're going straight up the middle.
And he got in that time.
Now the all-important two-point conversion. 9:16 is what shows here on the game clock. And your score is 25-23. Two-point conversion upcoming. And I mean, why even shy away from what you've been doing to get to when you're down here? It's been working for him.
Yeah, there's no way I do anything else. Why? I mean, Mosley knows what's coming, and they can't stop it. Nor do they show any desire to want to stop it.
This time they're going to go around to Taylor Jacobs. A flag flies. They've got a man wide open. It's way too high. That's not Fernando Mendoza-like, baby. Penalty decline. Penalty decline. 2-point lead and the ball right here for your Mosley Dolphins. There's 9:16 remaining in this ball game. A 2-point lead right here. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby. Here we go. I'm David Hayes and my buddy Kyle Wright. We're calling the games here from Mosley Football Live. This is a playoff football game, and the score represents it. 25-23, 9:16 left to play. Lincoln Trojans just scored, and they've got the ball teed up in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line.
Should have doubled up on the blood pressure medication.
No doubt, as Holden's going to take that from the 1-yard line. He's going to get to the middle of the field. He'll get across the 20, and that is where these Dolphins will start their next offensive drive.
And they have been absolutely suffocated here in the second half. And you got to get some momentum here. Just, I mean, a mental mistake that we haven't seen too often this year from J.P. Holstenbeck, and he's done it twice tonight. So you got to get your heads back in the game. The Mosley sidelines got to get their body language back in the game. And let's make some plays.
So here the Dolphins come. J.P. Holstenbeck has his running back, Sammy Chisholm. And they're going to go under center here, Kyle. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen.
Haven't had a whole lot of success out of the under center tonight, so we'll see what happens here.
They're going to give it to Sammy right up the middle. They tried a little deception there with Hat Trick Halstead coming from the left to the right. They'll pick up a few yards, making it 2nd and 7 here, underneath 9 minutes left to play in this ball game. Mosley with a 2-point lead, 25-23.
Hat Trick Halstead, I like that. HTH.
HTH, baby. Y'all can come by PCB Hobby and get you some HTA, some Breakers Delight of Bowman Chrome. Will Arboleta working his way to the line of scrimmage. He ain't going to get much there.
I'm very, very confused on why the errors come out of the football here.
2nd down was not a big pickup. It's 3rd down here, 3rd and about 6. Lots of players coming off here. for Lincoln. JP in the backfield by himself. 3 wide receivers spread out at the top of your screen. Looks like we have Fletcher, Taylor, and Holden Henson at the bottom. JP's looking right all day. He's got a corner blitz on him. He throws it up, and that's going to fall harmlessly incomplete. Will we get a rough of the passer? I don't think so. He took a hard hit.
He did get hit as he was throwing, and once again, the 3 and out. And, I mean,
now you bring on this punt team, and whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, mentally they lost the game at the beginning of the third quarter when they were up 18 points. They lost the game.
Talon Moore stands near his 12, 13-yard line, kind of in between there. Low snap, gets it off. Oh, what are they?
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's,
I've never seen that called before.
I haven't either.
And I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that that's not a rule, but like we've had other situations where punter, like there's been a bad snap and then they'll like kick the ball off the ground out of the end zone and nothing. I don't know, but here we go.
That was
wow. What a change of events. And here comes the Lincoln Trojans offense.
I do have to agree with Corey Langford in the comments, and I'm not going to read the comment out loud, but
I bet it has something to do with 3 letters that come together and maybe a W, maybe a heavy offensive formation. Taylor Jacobs, though, is in the quarterback position. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. And flag flies. That'll be a false start. I believe it was on the right guard. Didn't get a great look at who flinched, though. That backs them up 5. That penalty brought to you by Bite Meat Custom Treats. 7:48 remains in this incredible ball game tonight. Again, same formation here. 1st and 15. Pressure looks like it's coming from the Dolphins. And it is Will Arboleta lets him loose, though, and who is it that gets him down? I believe that is Gavin No, it sticks. It's Wyatt Fleming. What a takedown there. I don't believe it was a sack. I think he did end up getting about a yard on the scramble. But 2nd and long here.
Man, oh, man.
And if you're Lincoln, it's like you don't got to score a touchdown. A field goal gives you a 1-point lead right here. So the biggest thing is ball security. But what is the leg like of your kicker? From what we've seen tonight from Thomas Arnold, it has been explosive. Man in motion here for the Trojans. He's going to shimmy up the middle of the field, and a hole opens up. Looks like there was a bit of a hold. It won't be called. And Lincoln is going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, and that is going to make this game 29-25, pending what Lincoln decides to do.
I'm baffled here. I very, very confused at the body language, confused at the play calling on the last possession.
What you can't be confused by here, and no one on that sideline and no one in this stadium is, you were down by 21 with about this amount of time last year, and you brought it all the way back just to fall on the 1-yard line as that kick is up and it is good. You've got 7 minutes, and how many points do we need, Kyle? As 5. It is 30-25. A touchdown wins you this ball game, but there's still plenty of time left to play. This game is not over. Don't hang your heads, young men. Let's go. There is plenty of time in this football game. This is Mosley Football Live. We'll take a quick break so I can drink some water. We're powered by PCB Hobby. Here we go. 6:57 remaining here in the 4th quarter. The score, the Lincoln Trojans lead the Mosley Dolphins 30-25 in the first round of the FHSAA playoffs. This ball's teed up at the 40-yard line. They kick it deep. It is booted well, and that will look like a former kicker of the Mosley Dolphins kickoffs right there, who was always putting it into the end zone. And Mosley will start this drive from their own 20-yard line, need an 80 to take the lead. And then at that point, Kyle,
It's about the difference tonight.
you got to go for two if you score,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you 100% do. But first, you got to score.
First you gotta score.
Which means first you got to have a first down. Which means first you got to move the ball forward. Which means
Do
first.
you feel like it was a little too conservative on the last play call?
And that was the Corey Langford comment that I didn't read out loud.
Gotcha.
I'm sitting up here, what the hell, scratching my head.
Okay.
Like, I mean.
Yeah, no, I feel you. There's, you know, it's tough to fill that out. Like, when is the correct time to go ahead and take the air all the way out of the ball? But here we go. Now it doesn't matter.
I mean,
there's no such thing as chew clock right now when you got to get 80 yards.
And Mosley's success tonight has not been on the ground. I mean, look over here on the sideline right now. You got kids sitting down on the bench with their heads in their lap. I mean, this is not what this team should be doing. Somebody's got to take command, whether it be a coach, whether it be another player. We got heads hanging. We got helmets hitting the ground. We got pouting. This is ridiculous.
And the Lincoln Trojan defense is hyped up.
They
Trips
are.
bunched up to the bottom of your screen. Fletcher Taylor, Carson Griffin, and Sammy Chisholm all motion inwards. Everyone on the far side of the offensive line now. Now Jamarcus Halstead is in motion. They're going to throw it out to Carson Griffin. Carson Griffin across midfield. He's struck down by a horse collar. There it is. Baby Custom Trees flag flies, and Mosley is in position. But still,
my goodness.
there's still a flag back here in the area of holding.
Oh, no.
There's still a flag back here in the area of holding, Kyle. The Mosley offense looks like they're backtracking. J.P. Holstenbach is listening to the conversation.
Oh,
Everyone's walking back this way.
that is just a momentum.
What do we got? No flag.
That flag's waved off. All right. Oh,
Huge
my
call
goodness.
right there. What a play from the future Delaware Hen. Carson Griffin, baby. What a strike. J.P. Holstenbach right there. That was a perfect throw, because if he underthrows it, boom, tackle too soon.
Yeah.
But no, leads him on the money. Now you're in that position of, it doesn't matter. Who cares about the time? You punch the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You need that momentum to change all the way.
Exactly what you just said. Who cares? I wouldn't even look at the time. Who cares? Who cares how much time is on the clock? Put the damn ball in the end zone. Get some confidence back. Also, get your players off their butts, off the bench, and let's make some noise. Let's get hyped up on the sideline. Come on.
Here we go. That horse collar giddy upped the Mosley offense into inside of the 25. First and 10, Sammy Chisholm leaves the backfield. He'll be at the top of your screen. J.P. Holstenbach looks his way. He's going to pump it right to him, and Sammy Chisholm puts a move on a man, and then he'll be hit out of bounds. But a nice pickup on first down. 6:34 left to play in this game.
This is what you want to see. Just move the ball forward. Just forward progress. Nothing fancy. If it's not there, do not force it.
Second down and about 4.5. J.P. Holstenbach's going to be under center. Hasn't been highly successful as he drops back a little bit now. Okay, he was just barking to the offensive line. Sammy's in the backfield. They give it to Sammy. Sammy evades a tackle, and he's going to have enough, it looks like, for a first down. Yeah, it is. That first down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's.
Falls forward. Great run, Sammy Chisholm. And
JD says for sure not a horse collar. I'm not entirely sure what they called on it.
They did say horse collar. I didn't think it was a horse collar. I definitely thought hip drop. I don't know if that is a penalty in high school.
They don't call that.
Right. But I mean, for all the penalties that have been thrown against Mosley tonight, we'll kind of take one back, I would say.
He definitely went down awkwardly, which I think just kind of falls into that player safety. But, hey, look.
Hey, the no hold on the
I only
Taylor
got
Jacobs.
one eye that works up here, guys. Like
the no hold on the Taylor Jacobs touchdown run will counteract it.
Either way.
And that play is going to go for nothing, by the way.
2nd and 10. But it's, well, 2nd and 8 or 9 or so.
That was a camel collar.
2nd and 9 camel collar.
That's pretty good, dude.
2nd and goal here for the Mosley Dolphins. 5:25 left to play. Sammy Chisholm sneaks out the backfield. He's kind of wide open. He'll go out of bounds near the 5. If JP found him a second earlier, I think he just dances into the end zone. But now we've got 2 plays pending any other penalties.
Did they call him incomplete right there?
No.
Oh, 3rd and goal. Okay.
Yeah, 3rd and goal here from about the 6-yard line.
Oh, yeah, and this ball has
Empty
to go
backfield.
in the end zone.
Pressure, can't tell if it's coming really. Maybe from that right edge.
A lot of movement
edge
on the Lincoln defense, and I'm a big fan.
JP's going to keep it on the draw. JP's going to get to about the 4-yard line, and now
Oh, no.
you got to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question about it. You don't even think twice. Once again, boy, that is deja vu from last year.
4th down.
I just had a flashback.
Need about 3 yards. 4 yards here. 4th and 4. We've
boy.
got a Lincoln timeout. Lincoln timeout right there. I believe that is going to be their first of the half with 5:14 left to play. This is Mosley Football Live, and we are powered by PCB Hobby. As Kyle Wright just said in the break, this is where you really wish you had 23, and we're not talking about Michael Jordan nor LeBron James. We're talking about Adam Land here in this particular situation. It is 4th and 4, and they've got to find the hallelujah land, or else the defense takes over and needs a big stop. I do believe Mosley has their full accompaniment of timeouts.
I got to tell you, I don't like the way this is lined up.
It is a little different. Caleb Capps moves a little bit there. Now it's Fletcher. He's in motion. They give it to him. Fletcher's going to pass. He passes back to him wide open. JP holds it back. Fletcher, boom, boom, wide. I got to watch my language. Fletcher Taylor with a pass to the quarterback. JP holds it back. What a play, Coach Maddox. What a play, Coach Tommy Joe. Wow.
And you know what's crazy is, does that play call happen if Lincoln doesn't burn that timeout? Wow. And you got a 1-point lead here, and like you said at the beginning of this drive.
Can you imagine, like, after
Mosley timeout, by the way.
Mosley timeout right there, because they've got to go for the 2-point conversion. Can you imagine being in that play call right there? Coach says, we're running this, whatever they call it. And like, y'all been working on this play in practice. You're like, we're probably never going to use this. But, boom, here on the biggest play of the year.
And this
Hot
isn't,
dog, baby.
like, dude, this is playoff football at its absolute finest. And, yeah, Artez, they fell for it.
Wow, so your score right now with 5:08 left to play in this game. And let's not forget, Lincoln Trojans offense has gotten better as this game has gone on.
Yeah.
So the job is nowhere near finished. Kevin White, we literally work for Mosley.
Yeah. If you sign me a paycheck under Kevin White hater, I'll do whatever you want me to do. We hate ESPN too. more than you could ever know.
Nah, I don't hate well, I'm not a huge fan, but
that was just a slight. I mean,
the more localized it gets, the less of a fan I am. Just
speaking of getting paid.
All right, here we go. 2-point conversion for the Mosley Dolphins. 3 wide receivers to the left here. JP's going to look for Christian Brown. They tried their own Statue of Liberty. Sammy Chisholm gets in. The trickeration has begun. What play calling there?
Yeah, I had no idea who had the ball, so there you go. That's terrible commentary, as they like to say, but the 2-point conversion is good, and it's a 3-point ball game, and all of a sudden there's some life back in that sideline, and that's what you need. That defense has to step up in a big, big way. You just mentioned it. The Lincoln offense has taken off here in this second half. They have been incredible. They have outscored Mosley, 23-7 here in the second half. But it's a whole new ball game now.
Hey, how about Ferdinand Chima hopping into the comments?
Let's
also
go.
played for Mosley over this way. Shout out to him in the comments. JD with a good comment right there. It was a handoff.
It was a handoff.
Okay,
I watched it back after the fact.
Yeah,
I kind of thought the same thing.
then I was like, if he lets it out of his hands, that is a forward pass. So. Oh, JD had me thinking on that.
I thought it too when it happened. I went back. I watched the replay because we're lucky enough. I'm watching on the YouTube feed. That's how we're able to see your comments. But it's like a play behind, so able to go back and kind of watch some stuff in real time as it's happening.
So two.
Oh, by the way,
different. Oh, there we go. Beach House sells the development on the touchdown. Sorry, we got a little riled up there. What a game here. Mosley leads now 33-30 over the Lincoln Trojans. Fourth quarter.
Coach Rolak in the comments. Holy cow.
5:08 left to play. Talamore's going to put that one up end over end. That hits the ground around the 13, and then Gavin Malden put a hit on him, but the return man stayed up on his feet. What a effort by the return man right there. 14, man, he's got to get some credit. That's Trevor Jacobs, the younger brother of Taylor Jacobs Jr.
Oh boy. If you like playoff atmosphere, if you like rising blood pressure,
if you like anxiety,
yeah.
Come watch the broadcast or we'll prescribe you anxiety.
That's right. We're going to give it to you. My goodness, and this is, if I had fingernails left from my job, I'd bite them all off at work, but I'd be chewing into them right now.
3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. That run play goes nowhere. Feels like, I don't want to speak too soon, and the announcers normally do this, jinxing things in a bad way. It's bad way, so I'm going to shut up.
Yep, color. I'll provide the color tonight.
There you go.
D has got to stand up. I 100% agree here.
Second down, 3 wide receivers again at the top of your screen for the left-handed quarterback. They're going to run it again.
Stood up. And once again, Dave, I'm scratching my head.
With Mosley, they had the lead doing it. Now maybe to try to catch the defense by surprise.
Okay, and this is where we got to be careful, right? This is where we've seen the Mosley defense get beat so many times this season. Watch the middle of the field, Dave.
3rd down and 9.
I would send Caden Colbert all out right here.
He's looking towards this side of the field, and they've got him wide open. He goes out of bounds after crossing the 35, enough for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
There's just way too much space being given up by these Mosley defensive backs on 3rd down. I mean, they're giving them way too much space. Anybody that watches defensive football, it's 3rd and 13 right there. You play a little press coverage, make them go over the top, make them try to put the ball downfield. You cannot give them 10 yards of cushion.
1st and 10, Taylor Jacobs looking towards this side of the field. Demetrius Gillis comes up and makes the stop after the completed pass. About 2 or 3 yards right there, making it 2nd and 7. What a game to this point. Tommy Oliver is live. We've got 3.5 minutes left to play in this ball game. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 man alone to the bottom, but now the tight end, Will Tawney, in motion. Looking this side the whole way. That pass is caught, and he goes down inbounds, and that will be another Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down, but the clock has stopped for now.
Should not, though.
I think it will stop for the chains to set.
Okay.
And the referee winds it down. Approaching midfield at their own 46-yard line.
First down.
First and 10. 2 wide receivers up top. Now the running back, number 9, in motion. And Taylor looks like he's going to keep it. Taylor is going to be brought down by that Dolphins defense, and he won't pick up at about 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8.
Oh, boy, this is going to be crazy.
I believe Lincoln should have 2 timeouts left. 2nd and about 8 in their own territory here. Again, Cabran Paul, I believe that is. No, that is Malik Denmark in motion. He's looking at the far side of the field. Taylor Jacobs is now the middle of the field. Talon Moore steps up, puts his right hand on the ball, and that will fall incomplete.
Great job, Talon Moore.
The athlete's hand right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And good for him being there because he had a step on Carson Griffin, who's just played an outstanding game tonight, by the way. Carson Griffin has. And again, I mean, this is a third down, and I feel like there's a little too much cushion being given up by these Mosley defensive backs.
3rd down. Trips out to the right, but now number 14 in motion. Kind of stacked here at the bottom of your screen. He's looking at the top. Pressure from Will Arboleta.
Yes,
He goes down.
Oh,
Big 4th down coming up.
Oh, my goodness. And this, Dave, here we go.
This is essentially the ball game. Lincoln now, I think, is going to be taking their 2nd time out here, Kyle.
This is 4th and back to Tallahassee. My brother, this is I gotta say that because we have seen some nightmares at times on these. At Florida State, we called it 3rd and Fuller, 4th and Fuller. This year we've called it 4th and Tony White. All right, we're calling this 4th and Mosley, okay? Because I always go back every time I see this kind of situation. Because I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter what happens behind you. You got one line. You've got one line to protect, and that is the 44-yard line. It does not matter what happens. They do not get beyond that point, Dave. It does not matter. I just always have the flashbacks to 2022, that game at Leon.
Oh.
I always think of that game in these situations. Anybody who knows Mosley football, think about that game. That's what you don't want to see right here. This defense.
And you weren't even there with us. That was me and Boston Tim calling that game.
And you guys did a phenomenal job. That was actually,
but
my wife was having a baby.
Yeah.
That's when my son was born. That was when Ezra was born.
The one who shall not be named. 4th and forever. 4th and Mosley, as Kyle has coined it. No one in prevent, but you do have to prevent the 1st down. He rolls out to the top of your screen. He's got a man.
He's short. He's short.
He's short. He's short. It'll be a turnover on downs. And Mosley will have to eliminate 1 minute and 47 seconds off of this clock. Lincoln has 1 timeout left.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Cam Key says, not that game, heartbreaker.
Oh, Cam,
bro,
yeah,
I can only
brother,
imagine
I'm
it
so
for the
sorry.
actual players, brother. Yeah,
oh, man,
that was a tough one.
I don't mean to hit you where it hurts, Cam. We love you. You are just absolutely phenomenal. But, man, that was
It's a tough one. Mosley's going to take over here. 1 minute and 47 seconds left on this game clock. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live. We're powered by PCB Hobby. Make sure to come check us out at PCB Hobby if you're into TCGs like Pokemon and whatnot. We've got comics, sports cards. That's where the department I work in. And then we also do gold and silver. You can also check us out on eBay Live. And Sammy Chisholm's going to get the give, and he's going to get near a first down. And Lincoln should take their last timeout right there. It depends on how the head coach, Matt Jackson, wants to utilize his timeouts here. The clock will run.
Just a phenomenal head coach, by the way, Coach Jackson. And this Lincoln program, I mean, when 6-4, Dave, and a 6th seed in the playoffs is considered a down year for your program.
Yeah.
That's what, I mean, this Lincoln football program is a powerhouse.
No doubt. And regardless of win or lose right here, we'd be shouting out both squads because of the fight that they exemplified tonight. But you got to give a lot of love to those Lincoln Trojans on what they were able to do tonight. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap your ball game up.
And there's Coach Tommy Joe Whitten celebrating. This has got to feel like a monkey coming off of his back, Dave. 2023, the big loss at Buchholz in Gainesville.
Well,
we were there.
but Robert did in his first year, 2022, they made a deep run in the playoffs. 21.
22 was our first year. But yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, brother, yeah. And then 2024, last year, Fleming Island, heartbreak at the 1-yard line. This is just got to feel phenomenal. And they're emptying out the smoke machines over there. My heart's pounding.
Wow.
The knee goes down. And the Mosley Dolphins, Dave, we might be in Daytona Beach.
We don't know what we're doing.
Don't know
we
what's
won't
happening.
know until tomorrow night because we've got to wait on, who is it? Middleburg and
Mainland High School.
Yeah, so we'll wait that. Guys, before y'all leave the chat, make sure we're going to be announcing a player of the game here in a second. Oh, it looks like Lincoln might be calling a timeout here.
Oh, that is
Lincoln's going to call a timeout.
That is
Oh, flag flies. Flag flies. I don't want to get into all of that. We're just going to let them sort that out on the field. That's none of my business necessarily because I have no idea what words are being said down there, so it's irrelevant. However, tomorrow night, I didn't even just hear what was called. It's really irrelevant to the game. I do want to encourage those of you who are watching on the broadcast tonight, if you can come out tomorrow night and support the Bay High Tornadoes, and then be checking your max preps for Arnold and for Bozeman as they're going to be in their own playoff games on the road. Big win tonight for Mosley. We're going to be wrapping this up here. Then we'll pick a Reliant South Construction player of the game. There's 20 seconds left of this ball game.
Going to be interesting to watch the game after the game here.
That's 4th and Brevard, Kevin White says. Kevin White hater, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
No, that is 4th and Miami, bro.
Kevin White fan club in the house, baby. Let's go.
All right.
Big
so
Kevin White fan since day one, by the way, I should say.
He was a receiver, I believe.
West Virginia, WVU.
No, that's Pat White.
No,
that was
Kevin,
a quarterback.
Kevin
White played at West Virginia as well.
Played for the Chicago Bears.
Bears, yeah. I think he might add a little run with the Panthers.
The only reason I remember that is because my roommate at the time was a West Virginia fan.
Dude, Pat White on the old another Bite Me Custom Treats Flags Fly, as the refs have been paid by Carla Goff, I'm sure, to make us continue to say their name.
They've just been what is happening out there? I mean, this is the most fight that I've seen tonight. What is happening?
20 seconds remain here in a ball game that is essentially decided at this point.
Let's run it up in baseball.
Dude, if any of the schools would like us to call baseball games, we would have to find a different pace for sure. But I would love, baseball is my love, guys.
Yeah,
baseball is my love. So.
I think you and I have talked about this. Football, insane, but calling a baseball game would literally be a dream come true. And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to walk all over Mosley in baseball either. I don't know if you've ever heard of Cleat Thomas.
All right, let's not start any arguments here. It's all love, baby. It's all love. I love Bay County sports as a J.J. Blade, who's playing some good baseball.
Yeah, national champion.
No doubt about it, man. It was cool in one of the streams the other day. I was ripping, I think it was Topps Chrome Blaster, and J.J. Blade was the final card. And I was like, oh, this guy's actually from here. Turned the card around, hometown, Panama City Beach, Florida. Told you guys. But yeah, man, we'll be picking the Reliance South Construction player of the game. I'm sure if you've been watching this game tonight, I think we know who the player of the game is. I do got to give a special shout out, Kyle, as we will hit triple zeros here officially.
Let's watch this. This is
Coach Tommy Joe Whitten and Coach Sean Maddox on that final offensive drive before this one. Just wow. All right, guys. Hey, we still got more time in the playoffs here to celebrate with each other, but not against the opposing team here. Wow. Guys, for everyone in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to go ahead and wrap this broadcast up. Again, I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. I do want to thank all of our sponsors, but first, we got to name the player of the game, Reliance South Construction player of the game. Now, I do have a very strong stance on the player tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So I will veto, and we'll have another meeting or something.
I feel like we're kind of on the same page. And one thing that's beautiful about this sometimes is we do this thing where we try not to name the same person twice, and it's been an unspoken rule that we've had over the last the first 4 years of us doing this. And this is we're gonna get at least one more week, which is insane, by the way.
Yes.
But we've done this thing over the last couple of years where we try not to give it to somebody twice, and tonight that was able to happen organically because we're naming a new player of the game, and that is one Jamarcus Halstead, who just had the game of his life tonight. Insane performance, three touchdowns.
Had the 60-yard touchdown. Following up that, he had about a 21-yard touchdown reception, and then the 11-yard touchdown reception, all of those in the first half. Yeah, who are we giving it to?
Jamarcus Halstead.
Hat trick Halstead, you are the Reliance South
HTH, baby.
Construction player of the game. And I got to thank our sponsors, Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, Reliance South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, Whitehead Plumbing, Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, Wilborski, Bradley and Fleming, Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, Beach House Sales and Development, Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County, GolfWithJ.com, Price and Sons Fencing, KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning, Leave It at the Table podcast.
Dang, you beat me.